Give me your phone and I'll start the stream for you.
All of my life, I wanted to be somebody. If somebody would so mine. Can't go to places I want to go. Got money on my blow.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is episode number 3 of the Dragon's Den podcast. We're joined by a host of people here tonight. We got, of course, Mr. and Mrs. Spooby here, Brandon and Miranda, and we've got our friend Matt and our newcomer to the channel, our D&D master, Aaron. He's also here with us as well. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going tonight, everybody? What's going on?
It's going.
It's the going. Yeah.
It's going.
For Friday night, I'm glad it's the weekend. I'll say that much right now. First surgery.
Yeah, for not being at work this week, I've been working a lot this week.
Work more now than when you were hired, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Today I cleaned the garage.
Oh wow, that is a
It's
job.
bad.
Holy cow!
Brothers, she's knocked out a large part of that garage.
That's
Yeah.
good.
And if he's watching, thank you to the friend that showed up just in time.
Yeah. I don't know because it is
Jesse,
not working.
you are a superstar. What's not working?
Apparently,
Yeah,
Aaron,
true.
he's gone. Now he's back, maybe. We're working with Aaron here. He's a new one here. We're trying to figure this all
Oh,
out. So
there we
be patient
go.
with us. So
There's
yeah,
Aaron.
so what's up? Well, Aaron, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself, I'm sure some people maybe like to know a little bit about you.
Yes.
So what can you tell us about yourself, man? He's on a little bit of a delay too. So
Can you hear me?
yeah,
we
go
hear
ahead. Go.
Oh gosh, now that I'm on the spot, I don't know what to say. I guess what do I want people to know? I don't know.
D&D extraordinaire. You know that.
That is all.
Yeah, I'm a
You play
big
D&D?
fan of D&D, and yeah, I do. I also DM. I've also I'm a player in a campaign as well. I enjoy most video games. Favorite game, Fallout. Probably my favorite game so far. Fallout 4 specifically.
Man,
Haven't played any of the other ones, but
I could have used you on my Fallout trailer reaction
yeah.
video the other day then.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, I'm not the big gamer in the room, so I could have used
All
your
games
advice.
are good. I mean, it's the fourth one's the best, my
Oh, yeah?
opinion. But that's my opinion, not public opinion. But
Right on, right on. Well, I thought, courtesy of Miranda, I thought we'd start this off on a little bit of a lighter note. So, is this or is this not a poop face? I mean, let's be fair.
Did he shart or is there a turd?
that is
I mean,
that looks like full-on dukers.
It's full on dukers.
That
That's
is
a
a-
new one. I've never heard of that one.
Where are we?
face I've never seen before.
Anyway,
It's the Rumble stream isn't working.
I have a
It-
quick, serious question. Where are
Yeah.
we streaming at tonight? Because I can't find a live stream.
it's on my
can't find it.
Facebook, my Twitter, my YouTube, your Twitter, and Brandon's Twitter or X.
All
Unfortunately,
Twitters.
We haven't been able to figure out the Rumble and the
Yeah,
Facebook.
the Rumble just stopped and it aired.
Okay,
out.
so we don't have a Facebook Live right now.
We do on
Nobody's
my
Facebook's live?
on my Facebook. We do.
I'm trying to figure out why it's not even. pulling
Okay,
up.
let me find yours then.
Okay.
I don't know. We kind of had this trouble last week. a
Look
little
at the
bit of it.
weather, and we're seeing the locations. And
Oh well, yeah. I don't know what I
Okay.
did there. My bad. But anyway, so yeah. So anyway, poop face. I guess. Anyway, it was good. I ain't gonna lie. That was a great reaction on his part to Marjorie Taylor Greene yesterday at the State of the Union.
Yeah.
So that was crazy. But anybody get a chance to watch that? We might get into a little bit of that a little bit later
There
on.
it is.
But yeah.
Well, I have a video that I would. Yeah. Do you get to watch the ones I sent?
Yeah, I watched it a little bit before the show. That way, I kind of had an idea what we're going to talk about later. So
Okay.
Oh, these are the
Okay.
ones I was telling Aaron about, and I didn't say anything specifically because I wanted to get his real reaction to it. But
okay.
before we
Yeah.
do that,
you want to do that first?
yeah, no, hold on.
Okay.
I got something I need to say.
Yeah. Go ahead.
'Cause I know he'll see this at some point too. So a very good friend of ours, Ty, or as Miranda calls him, Ty Dye.
tie.
He
I
finally made it to Ireland. Having a blast right now. But Miranda wrote him a little message, and it says, "From us to you, Ty. We miss you, Tie Dye. Have fun in Ireland, and good luck. But come back home." Listen, we know how Ty is. Once he gets his fingers in something, it's hard to get him out of it.
Brother. Interesting. So if you saw last week's episode or the week before, I can't remember when we discussed it. But yeah, poor Ty, man. He's never going to get past. That's just terrible.
Oh,
I feel
man.
bad. I'm sorry, Ty. I won't pick
Yeah.
on you. Everybody else here will.
He should have never told that to.
Never
He
should have
should
told
never
that.
said anything.
Ever.
Should have never said anything.
No.
That's on him.
Not a word.
Yeah. Well, let's tell you what. Let's hold off on the political thing to a little bit later. Let's start a little lighter. How about that? There's the topic I wanted to bring up tonight. It was something that kind of dropped today, which I didn't get a chance to talk about on my channel just yet. But I don't know. It will lead into our next topic after this, which will be about B movies. But I wonder how many of you are Halloween fans. The series is now apparently going to be coming to television. They're going to be doing a creative reset on the Halloween series it's going to pick up after the original movie. Now, I'm of the mind that I don't mind reboots a lot, but this is a series much like Terminator, in my opinion, that has had so many starts and restarts at different timelines and stuff. It's almost like I feel like it may be time to kind of let it go. Anybody got any?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pass.
I mean,
Um,
I really like 2018.
I don't like horror movies anyway. They don't scare me.
okay, that's scary. Okay.
Wait,
No,
okay,
I just
wait.
think
What?
What's scary?
No, that was scary. What Miranda just said. Horror movies don't scare her.
Oh, sure. Okay.
No, because like
Oh,
You know what scared me? Candyman. Candyman scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I understand that.
I did not want to go in the bathroom by myself. I didn't.
Yeah.
But
Some
Yeah,
movies
Candyman.
Freddy
far.
Krueger and
Exorcist and
Nightmare, like
But you didn't like
Conjuring.
Freddy Krueger?
Candyman was like scary. He didn't have to dress up. He didn't have to wear a mask. Candyman just looked like he was going to kill you.
Well, my mom has
Now pull
always
up
had
a picture of
big fear.
Candyman. That looks like a clown without
Candyman.
eyes.
All right, hold on. I'll find it here real quick. But yeah,
Candyman.
Candyman. Have you never seen Candyman?
I've never seen Candyman, so I don't know.
Are you serious?
Okay, then
I don't watch a
Candyman
lot
in
of
the
horror movies
backyard
either,
this
though.
summer.
I wasn't a fan of bees after Candyman. I'll tell you that.
Say it looks like a say it looks
I don't
like a
like these
cloud.
to this day.
No, Candyman doesn't look like a clown. So you're saying Michael Myers? Is
Michael Myers did.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I was gonna say I don't know if
My
I've ever.
mother's always had a
Candyman.
fear of Michael Myers.
Terrifying.
Is this who you're talking about?
Yep.
Because like I said, I've not seen it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've never seen Candyman?
No, I'm not a big
you've
horror
never
movie
seen
guy
Candyman?
either. No,
Oh, brother, we gotta.
I don't.
watch
I don't like horror movies too much. I like
Oh, we should watch
Halloween.
it.
It's a
That's just-
slasher. I can handle
That's
slashers.
just
No.
disgusting.
It's a slasher.
This is
That
a
is-
scary
is
movie.
it? Okay.
Festering ugliness.
This is, if you want to watch a scary movie, this isn't. It's
Bees.
not.
Oh,
Really interesting.
Oh, is it bees in this? Is that what you said? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that might
Yeah.
freak me out a little bit. I don't like bugs in to begin with, but yeah.
Well, hold on.
I don't-
I got
Okay, well, my Dee Dee dog needs in, and nobody else can hear her. But
I mean, I don't know. I mean, would I be interested to see where they go with this series? Yeah, sure. But at the same
Yeah.
time, I don't know.
Well-
I like a couple of the timelines. Like I got the H2O timeline. I like that one where it's the original. I think the second movie, and then H2O, and then of course they did the original, and then you watch the 2018 remake, and then following two movies after that, ending with Halloween Ends. But I just thought that those movies died off a little bit toward the end. It wasn't nearly as good.
Yes.
So,
maybe time for a new.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I agree, Eric.
So I just think and maybe they could do something with it in a series, but it always just seems like they go back to the same thing. Let's go back to the original movie. Let's start from there.
Start
Terminator
fresh.
tried to do the same thing after T2. They tried to start things up after that. I'm just kind of like, I don't know if I care. I mean,
No.
At least give it some time off.
And you gotta remember, it also burns the fan base too a little bit when they do the movies reboots, and they don't like the reboots, and then,
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I think. Got any thoughts
Yeah.
on it, Aaron? I know you kind of like these type B. I don't know if I call it a B movie, but it's kind of close to it in a way in my eyes, kind of in some aspects. Low budget sometimes.
Personally, I'm not a fan of reboots. Honestly, I feel like when you have a good movie or a good series, you should just let it be good and not try to, copy that, because you just can't most of the
Right.
time.
Yeah, I
know?
can agree with that. Yeah, I mean, sometimes good movies hit like the original did, and after that, you're just never going to live up to it.
Yeah.
I mean, Terminator 2 was another one. Terminator 1 and 2 were great. After that, they just could never get back to it. Occasionally, you'll get like a resurgence, kind of like what Ghostbusters is enjoying right now.
the Jaws
But-
franchise. The first two Jaws movies were really good. The third one, it kind of fell off.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean,
Yeah, it just didn't. I mean, Dennis Quaid was in it, which famous actor, and credit goes to him. But
Yeah,
I mean, it's just the movies just kind of went down to a spiral.
right. So yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I'm just
Just
kind of
opinion.
not feeling it. Yeah, definitely not feeling it.
No.
So
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, I was kind of waiting on everybody else to kind of get back here a little bit, but maybe start our next topic a little bit. But the B movies, I guess we could. It was kind of Aaron's idea to bring up some B movies, and maybe all of us can mention our favorite
That's
B
a good
movie
idea, Aaron.
and a bad B movie. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch a whole lot of B movies. I'm more of a blockbuster, big budget kind of guy. But Aaron,
She
since it
can't
was your
comment
idea-
on Eric's stuff.
Oh, since it was your idea, Aaron, you want to
It's
start
not-
out and let us know what yours favorites and worst are?
On what? She's on Facebook. She,
Okay, well, we'll drop her off for now. Go on.
Okay. Well, so one of the worst ones that I saw recently was called Sand Shark, and
Oh,
it was awful.
This sounds like
I mean,
Sharknado.
like, yeah, it was right up there with like Sharknado as far as quality and everything, but like the acting was the poor acting. I mean, there were a couple people that I think did a good job, but for the most part, the acting was poor. You know, camera quality was poor. Like
I'm assuming
the
this is it.
story,
Yes.
yeah, the story. I mean, I feel like there was something there, but I feel like the execution was bad. You know,
Right.
I don't know. I like just something different, but yeah, it just didn't work very well. Like there was a scene, it was so bad. Like they were supposed to be like right next to each other, talking to each other, but then it would skip to a scene where one guy is like 50 feet away, while the one of the main guys and the main girl were talking to each other, but they're supposed to be like right next to each other, and I had no idea why that was a thing. But yeah.
Sounds like Madam
If you
Web
want-
a little bit.
Uh,
That was
I
poorly
haven't-
edited. Yeah.
we'll get into that when we start talking about the B movies.
The B. Well, that's what we're talking about now. The B movies.
yeah.
That was more like an F movie, Matt. Terrible.
Minus,
Maybe
minus,
B movie
minus.
is the wrong description. Maybe indie movies, like independent films type things.
Well,
That
there's
might
one
be
thing,
more what.
If there's one thing I've learned about myself discussing this topic and looking up some B movies, because I mean I thought maybe like B movies are like, you know, lesser than blockbuster, but some B movies are like way down, like direct to DVD type stuff. And I realized while researching this a little bit, I have not seen a lot of B movies whatsoever. I've seen a few, and we're talking very few.
I'm sorry, I was just viewing some of the comments on the Sand Shark movie, and Aaron, it was not pretty.
Not glowing.
It
I
was
imagine
not,
it wasn't good.
not in the popular bunch there.
I mean, but hey, I'm not surprised because it was not very good. I mean, like I said, the only reason why we watched it is because my daughter she likes sharks. Okay. And so it popped up on just the Samsung TV, you know, just stream thing, and she saw a shark and she's like, "Oh, we gotta watch it." So we watched it. Yeah. When the whole time me and my wife were just cringing because it was so bad. I mean, but she was enjoying it because she got to saw a shark and all that. But you know, yeah, it was just a bad movie.
I thought this was your good movie. This is your bad one?
No, this is my bad one.
Oh,
this is my bad one.
All right. Well, what's your?
Oh, sorry. Was I supposed to do the good one first?
Oh,
okay, so a good one that we just saw this recently, and we thought it was pretty good, but it's called Contracted.
What?
Oh, God.
It's a zombie movie.
Oh, really?
Oh,
but
great.
It's like
it looks creepy.
It shows the life of like Patient Zero, kind of.
I can see that.
Like how Patient Zero, how.
Yeah, just based on the poster, it creeped me out.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, that's not going to give me nightmares or anything like that. So put away your kids, hide your wives.
Weird.
You know,
Man.
Yeah, that's it.
What kind
So, yeah,
of movies are you into,
it's
bro?
definitely it's a zombie movie.
I can see this.
That's crazy.
Anyways,
talk.
so it's definitely like it's an independent, low budget movie. But I thought the acting was pretty good. There was no weird camera angles. You know, the makeup was actually pretty good. The story was easy to follow. They actually made a sequel, which we watched both. And I think there's going to be a third installment. I don't know.
That is hideous.
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
But then again,
Definitely not something to watch with your kids, though.
No.
No, I wouldn't think so. I
That's-
imagine it's
That's
definitely rated
definitely
R.
something that Matt will not watch.
Yeah, there
Well, I mean, how many?
there are
Sharknado
some
movies did they
certain
end up
parts that are definitely for adults, but yeah.
Why does it
wasn't
always
it
seem
like
like
7
sometimes
or
the worst
something?
movies? Yeah, like the worst movies get like most sequels.
I don't
Straight.
know.
I don't know. Yeah,
That's a good question.
Brandon would agree. You know, it's Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
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 I like him. Sorry,
You need to
But,
let that go.
you gotta let it
Yeah.
go.
Rest in peace, Paul
Hold on.
Walker.
So
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
one I just put in the chat, I think. Let's see if that
Oh,
works
well.
there.
Okay. Oh,
The private
is
chat.
it the image?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Like, okay. Try and
So
pull
that-
this up.
So-
Evil Bong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That
Okay.
movie.
it's a movie.
About.
What is inside the
It's good.
bong?
Yeah.
Looks
Don't
like
really know yet. We watched the first movie, and it was something. There's 8 of these damn things so far.
How?
8. Holy crap!
Yes.
And then-
Ace.
Well, at least
There's
give us a
also a-
premise.
There's also a spin-off.
Let's watch a preview. You should watch a preview.
You can watch a preview. You can watch
A
a trailer.
preview. Okay.
It's crazy.
Oh, shit.
The
Give me a minute.
The
But,
evil
Oh, man.
bong. This has to be good.
Listen to me.
So
In this
bad,
movie-
maybe it's good.
In this movie, there's an evil gingerbread man who apparently got a
Oh,
spin-off
my
of like 3
goodness.
movies. Where eventually in one of the movies, him and the bong fight. I don't know how it works out yet, but
I feel like we've had this conversation, like, because I remember, like, you know, the line from Shrek, you know, eat me to the gingerbread. You know, I don't, I don't know why.
Why?
All right, well, here's the trailer. Let's take a quick look at it, I guess.
Everybody shut up.
I think this is the right one. I hope so.
In
I
a
hope so.
flophouse, 3
it
stoners
is.
are looking for the ultimate high.
Large bong for sale.
This is
Recently deceased owner claims it was possessed. So
good.
there's one thing this pad is.
Why do all stoners talk like that?
Fucking bong,
I got a story about that too. Hold on.
Saturday Night Live movie.
Sinister.
That's gotta look like one, doesn't it?
They don't all talk like that. It's just a stereotype.
True.
See,
In
he
the
looks
movies,
like-
I mean.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Tommy Chong's in it though, man.
So that's what I thought. That's what I thought that was. What the? Okay, clearly not for children.
There's some
No.
parts that are not for children.
No.
Hey, 9:30 on Friday. Your kid should be in bed.
Because all this right here you're seeing was not what we saw on the screen. I'm letting you know right now.
No, it's not.
What is it, like a massive fake out or something?
Well, they had to put it on TV, so they couldn't show you what they showed you.
Okay.
What is-
This is some weird.
This summer,
Brandon, what kind of movie? This better
What?
be a bad category. Holy crap, man. They
I actually
didn't
bought it on
use-
DVD before we knew it was on Netflix.
They clearly didn't spend the money on the CGI budget. I'll tell you that right now.
Hold on.
I'm just trying to digest what I've just watched.
Awesome movie.
Good
Before
luck.
I process it.
Awesome, huh?
Like I said, there's 8 of these.
I don't
things.
think awesome's a word I'm going to use, but
There's 2 other movies that I haven't seen yet, but Ty saw them. And one of them's called The Pastor,
Oh God.
okay. Well,
and the other
yes.
is called Lamageddon.
I bet the movie's bad.
First of all, it's go.
Touche. All right, you got me there.
We also seen this video of called,
Your sister
it's called
Yeah.
Attack of what is it? No,
Agreed.
Killer Chair. It's about a recliner that kills people. I don't know everything, but I'm gonna watch it.
Is it like Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse with the mouth on
Nope.
the chair? No.
Mm-mm. It looks like a regular lazy boy, but I'm guessing somehow a demon or something's inside of it. I don't know.
Well, so nice he said it twice. But anyway,
Ridiculous.
anybody else have some B movies before I get into my 2? No. Well, like I said, I was telling Aaron and Matt when you guys were gone. I've realized that I've not watched a lot of B movies in my time, clearly, but I have seen a couple, and I'll start with the worst one first. The Blair Witch Project, in my opinion, I could not stand that movie.
I hated that movie.
I mean, the found footage stuff was just not for me. Made me nauseated to watch that sort of thing. But yeah, not a fan. Now, my favorite, I think of all time, if you really want to go to it, is probably Tremors. This was Sandworms before Dune was. Well, actually, Dune probably came first. Let's be fair. The original did, but yeah, Sandworms.
Yeah, Tremor. I don't know if I really considered that like a B movie. I thought it was a good movie, man.
Well, it was under the B movie list that I googled, so there we go. How about that? But well, not only that, it spun off like 8 to 10 sequels on VHS and DVD.
Yeah, when they started walking on the ground with the little, I was done.
Yeah, in a way, it kind of is a precursor to the Quiet Place movies, where the more sound you make, that attracts them. So in a way,
that was a crazy movie, by the way.
What, Quiet Place? Oh yeah, that's a great movie. Even the sequel was pretty good. Looking forward to the prequel. So I guess Aaron's back. So sweet. Let's get Aaron's thoughts here that he's back on Tremors. What do you think about that movie? If you can hear me.
Tremors,
was
the best.
See, there's one other guy here who liked it.
No, Tremors was
the
good.
last two
I agree.
installments.
Oh, I haven't seen any of them past maybe the second one.
Yeah.
Hey, the last two installments were not that good. Like they kind of sucked, but like the first three,
First two were good.
they were good. Storyline, everything was great.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like The Land Before Time for me. The first one was amazing.
Yeah.
The second one's okay. After that, it just became direct to DVD for kids type stuff, which,
No, Land Before Time was a movie.
My favorite was probably
the original.
The original Godzilla would be a movie that would come to mind as being a B movie, low budget movie, but it was really good.
You talking about the Japanese versions?
Japanese versions.
Okay.
But then they get an anime and all that. But
I don't know
I'm
if
not
I'd
sure.
classify Tremors as a B movie.
Well, like I was telling them, it showed up on the
That's what we
list
said,
that I
too.
Googled. So I was like, well, guess what? It's a B movie then. Because the way I looked at it was it spawned like, a bunch of DVD movies. But yeah, that was my reasoning. But
Yeah,
close enough. That's about as close as you're going to get with me because I don't watch a lot of people.
Go watch Evil Bong.
Attack of the Gila Monsters is
Heard
another
of
one.
it.
It's very old, but it is a classic, and it is a B movie, and it is pointless. It is watching someone run around with a giant lizard and fight a bunch of toy cars getting flipped over, and that was about the whole movie. So there you go.
Really?
Yeah, I just summed up the whole movie for everybody, so no one has to watch it now.
If you
Well,
go ahead.
He's probably not wrong based on the poster. I mean, it's definitely kind of looks like it. I mean,
What the fuck?
what was this made? Like in the 60s?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's a
1959. Okay.
1950s, mid-50s movie, and for
Well,
that time
that's the giant.
for
Gila
that
monster
time
either way.
period, the special effects was what you would expect it to be. But
Yeah.
it's still a B movie, and I thought it would be a classic to throw in there.
It qualifies, I suppose. Yeah.
It's a low budget movie. All movies back then were low budget, but that's how it was.
Yeah.
Candyman wasn't all right, and it was dope.
Okay, we are not talking about the Candyman any further.
I'd rather talk about Candyman than I would Contracted. That thing scares the snot out of me.
You guys remember Tales from the Crypt?
I know of it.
Yes,
I've heard of it.
I remember it.
Can you look that up real quick, Eric?
Yeah.
Tales of the Crypt.
Tales from
That
the Crypt.
skeleton, like the host, I can't remember.
Oh yeah,
his
that
name.
everybody's seen
He
that.
used to terrify the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Yeah,
His voice.
everybody's seen the skull
Mhm.
of the character in the movie. I mean, everybody's seen that.
I used to love that show though.
Yeah,
Oh, there you
I
go.
didn't like it. My friend Lisa loved it. We used to watch it all the damn time, but I didn't like it.
That is hideous looking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Looks like Matt first thing in the morning.
Oh, that is horrible.
Wow.
Hey, get that joke where it belongs.
In the trash,
And the garbage.
the garbage.
The garbage.
Sorry, taking a cheap shot.
Yeah.
Gotta do it. Anyway, We also thought it'd be a little fun tonight. If Miranda's got her trivia ready, I don't know if she's got that set aside or.
That's what I've been doing while you guys were talking about B movies. Because I don't watch movies. I still haven't finished on like 4.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. She was so excited too. John
She
4
was.
come out last year. She's like, "Don't tell me, don't ruin it. I want to see it." I finally get it for her, and she's still not finished it. She fell asleep in the first 5 minutes. We watched it as a group. So,
It was lovely too.
to be fair, it was a late night.
Did my-
Yeah, it was very late, but
Passed out in the backyard.
And I've been exhausted since we moved into this house.
so if you see
Get
John,
it or
Okay,
watch it.
so
don't spoil it in the comments.
Yeah.
She might hurt you. Anyway. All right, so I think Miranda has some trivia she wanted to do just for fun. We were just going to play some trivia games, and I don't know if you guys want to like say your name if you know the answer first or something like that.
I guess that'll work.
we're gonna
Probably be the
do
best.
social media trivia. It's like the other one's gamer, wild wacky animals, and I want Ty for that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
And worldly travel. And he's the traveler of the group too. So
By the way, if y'all see a ghost
where's
in my
Seth
house
at
on
tonight?
this
We need some like our
stream, I'm gonna freak out.
we need people in here.
Yeah.
We don't
Seth
have Rich
is-
in here. We don't have Kathy.
No.
So say I'm
Seth
glad we got
is-
5.
Busy. He said he had stuff
Well,
to
who's
do.
in here?
He's busy with democracy.
I'm in
Freedom.
here. Oh,
Jesse.
Oh my
Hell divers for those who don't
Dude,
play video.
Star Trip Troopers should
can't look
rip
on
on
the
that
phone.
game so hard.
We've
Right.
got to get your rumble fixed.
Yeah,
Yes.
fighting for democracy.
Yeah,
But this
that's
trivia game is
democracy.
kind of in preparation because probably by the end of March we're probably going to have a WrestleMania challenge. Our
no.
Fun Facts and Fantasy Guru Mike, or not fantasy, wrestling guru. That was more fantasy football related, but he's going to give us some trivia questions WrestleMania related leading up to WrestleMania 40 that me and Brandon at least are going to compete against with each other. Miranda's going to be our referee, and this will be some good opportunity for us to practice for that. So we thought it would be kind of fun. So anyway, without further ado, go ahead, take it away, Miranda.
All right. Your first question is: when did Twitter launch? A. April of 2003. B. July of 2005. C. March 2006. D. November of 2008.
I didn't hear the question; it cut out.
Oh.
Great start.
When did Twitter? When did Twitter launch? April of 2003, July of 2005, March 2006, November 2008.
Still didn't get it. Sorry.
Nope.
Disqualified.
I'm gonna go with A.
Yeah, that's fine. Just
2003.
Yeah, just throw out a letter, Aaron. That'll do it.
I say 2003 with Brandon.
Part of me
agree.
wants to say. Part of
C.
me wants to.
Why not
There you
C?
go. Yeah. Part of me wants to say 2006. I think it's C. I don't remember.
Okay, is everybody locked in?
Yep.
Sure. Final answer.
It is C, March 2006.
Oh Jesus
Wow,
Christ!
wow, it was later than I thought it was.
Hey!
I thought it was earlier than
Didn't
that.
even hear the question, but I got the answer right.
So me and Aaron got it
Good
right.
job, Aaron.
All right, one to one.
That's
Bullshit.
that's so funny.
All right. So, which of the following was almost
Hey.
the name of YouTube? Hold on, Aaron. Can you see the comments?
Yeah, I can see him, but there's not many
No,
people
Aaron,
talking
can you
tonight.
see the camera?
No,
Oh,
can
Aaron.
Aaron. Aaron can't see nothing because Aaron's froze again.
Oh.
Can Aaron? Aaron, can you hear me?
He's on a bit of a delay,
Yeah.
I think.
I was gonna say, can you see comments?
Yeah.
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 I guess so.
I can see comments.
Yeah. Somebody
Okay.
type. Somebody type
Alright,
the
I'll type the
question as
question.
I read.
Okay.
I got you.
Which of the following was almost the name of YouTube? A. Tune in, hook up. B. You watch. C. The tube. D. Watch it.
I say it was. I want to say tune in.
Oh my goodness.
Harvey wants to say you watch. I think it's not right, but
Tune in sounds like something they would have come up with. What is it, like a shareholders dispute? Is that why?
No.
That?
I think it was B.
I'll say no Googling, no cheating.
No.
Head check.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
I'm trying to type this
can't
out to
Google
him.
anything here.
No Google.
What was A?
Tune in, hook up.
Tune in.
That's the dumbest name ever.
Yeah,
And B.
tune in, hook up. That can't be it at all.
That would be dumb if it was.
Watch it be it now. Yeah.
I don't know if it's hook up, but tune in sounds like something I would call it.
B
What were
was-
the answers?
Hold on.
Questions? Or what were the answers?
Brandon's trying to type them for you. It's
Yeah.
A, tune in, hook up. B, you watch. C, the tube. D, watch it.
There's actually a better way of doing that. Put them on banners.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can pull it up that way. But anyway, I'll try and type it in on the next one.
Yeah.
YouTube, the tube, and then the last one was you
Watch it.
or watch it.
Yeah, I just feel like you would still be in the name. That's just me. You watch. Anybody else?
I
Nope.
say B.
A, tune in, hook up. B,
I always said tune in.
you.
I spelled that wrong.
I was thinking, gosh,
You
Brandon, you need to
or
seriously
do
work on
watch
your
it.
spelling, fam.
Yeah.
What's you wath? The tub.
The tub.
I'm gonna say that
Shivity Christmas.
Oh my god.
I'll handle it.
Yeah,
I
you got it, boss.
I got
I
this.
screwed that up.
Jesus.
What did you type with?
I'm gonna say C again.
Hook
That
on
sounds-
phonics
All right.
work for me.
God.
My favorite letter is C today.
Well, hey, it's worked so far.
All right. Well, there you go.
All right, what's the answer?
Hold on.
Miranda's thinking.
It is A, tune in, hook up.
I told
Really?
you. Tune in,
That
hook
is
up.
dumb.
See, that
was
sounds
right. I did.
terrible. Like, why?
Wow.
That's 2 points for Matt.
Yeah. That sounds
Or-
like that's
2
you
points.
know, like
That's dumb.
Okay.
Grinder or something.
So I want everybody's hands up. Because
I gotta
I was going
type
to
it in.
say,
Something like
well,
that.
hold on. Hold on a
I
second.
need at least one hand.
Put your hands up, playing my song. Raise the
Okay.
roof.
Let it
No.
fly away.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it now. I'm doing it. I'm typing it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, probably when we do the WrestleMania challenge, you might have Miranda put them all these in beforehand on banners.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
have them done.
Well,
This is, like I
we're
said,
gonna
this
do
is a practice run.
it's experimental.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. My sister goes, "How did Eric even know that song?"
That's
I hear songs. I just couldn't tell you who sung it or what it was called.
Yeah, that's another thing, Eric. While we're talking about this,
Yeah.
like you don't watch movies. Well, you do now, more so, but you don't listen to music.
I hear a lot of music in movies though.
I don't listen to music much either, Brandon. So,
That's because Matt, there's only two things you listen to: somebody making chili and baseball.
that's right.
Wait.
Making
Why does he gotta
chili.
listen to somebody making chili?
It's like
Making
ASMR
chili.
for him.
What are you talking- what are
he
you
does,
talking
he does
about?
bring chili around to eat a lot
Chili?
whenever we come hang us out for sure.
every time.
Hey, my man likes chili. What can I say?
All right.
Oh yeah, I do
Ready?
make chili, don't I?
Yep.
Yeah,
Hands on top of your head. No Googling.
spread them.
Okay, both my.
Brandon like assume the
It's in
position.
It's in the comments. What
You got practice
what
that,
was
Brandon?
the first ever uploaded? What was the first video ever uploaded to YouTube? There you go.
Okay. All right. Hey, my
A,
snowboarding.
my snowboarding
skills?
skills.
B.
Go ahead.
B. Pajamas and Nick Drake. C.
Vernal lullaby. or me at the zoo? First, okay, so, it would definitely sound like it'd be some low level YouTuber, much like me. Probably more subscribers than I have. So if you ain't subscribed, subscribe.
I'm gonna say D.
Yeah, it would be D or A in my opinion.
Me at the zoo sounds cool.
I want to go with my snowboarding skills. How about that?
Yeah, I've got a feeling of D. I'm definitely going to choose D.
All right, everybody got their answers in.
Gotta trust that feeling with D.
Yeah.
It is D. Me at the zoo.
Matt would like the D.
Yeah.
No. Brandon, where's that soundboard at, Brandon?
Hold on.
You missed your opportunity, babe.
Damn it. No, it's still good. Hold on, I got one.
Remember this?
Oh, no.
Gotcha, bitch. We'll work it in.
Anyway.
Oh, shut up, Eric. Yes. Very happy. This is Poop on Matt segment.
You'll give it back in kind later, I'm sure.
I'm sure. I'll have my moment.
Oh, man. Want to do another one, or I don't know how many
All
more
right.
to go here.
Yeah, we're gonna do one more since we're on YouTube and we're trying to get followers and stuff. I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant.
Okay.
So I've been on TikTok lately. Been doing TikToks. I'm gonna get views and stuff, but I'm actually listening to the TikTokers themselves that are actually making the money and getting the views and stuff. The most for us to get us going is like, follow, and share. No money, nothing. Like, follow, and share. You don't even have to listen to it.
Just share it.
Share it, like it, follow the page.
That's it.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, you'd be surprised how much that stuff actually does help us grow.
Well,
especially on YouTube, but also in other places like Facebook and Rumble and everywhere else we're at as well.
I'm going to talk about Rumble for a minute, even though we can't get on there.
We'll get it worked out soon.
The podcasts that I listen to on Rumble, Badlands, their Devolution, they hit #1 on their leaderboard every weekend. They're still small. They don't even have 1 million subscribers.
Right.
But they're #1. Rumble is just starting out, brand new, but they are free speech. So get on Rumble if you're not on Rumble yet.
Yes.
Also,
that's gonna. Yeah. Seriously.
Google's getting in further and further with bull crap. So
that's why I always feel weird because I mean every one of my YouTube videos I'm always like, hit that like, hit the subscribe, comment down below. But that is literally what it takes to grow in these spaces. So that's why we're important. We're not trying to preach at you. We're just glad you're here for the most part. But it does help us out a lot. So if you can do all that, by all means, we greatly appreciate it.
And if we don't promote ourselves, nobody else will.
Yeah. Absolutely. So it hopefully doesn't sound like we're preaching, but that's.
I feel dumb doing it too, but
you okay up there, big guy?
Yeah. No, I stabbed the shit out of myself.
Just making sure.
Just screwing with this stupid peg on the.
Brandon had a moment up there, and I was just making sure he was okay.
Yeah. You might be drawing blood.
Yeah, it happens.
He's going to become a vampire or a zombie, just like in Contracted.
You're gonna start squirting out your
first blood.
I'll have to make a bad
Hold on. We're not going to talk about squirting anywhere, Miranda. That's our line, okay?
Wow.
I said out of your wrist.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, no, not again. No, I'm not going down that road again.
No.
I was fighting, and I was like, she was like,
oh man.
Hey, what you guys do in the bedroom has to stay in the bedroom. Just saying.
First
get that soundboard out there.
By the way, y'all can keep the GoPro if there's anything on there I don't need to see.
No.
Yeah.
You gotta set up here. But anyway, like I was saying, Aaron, you should be the last one to talk about bedroom etiquette. All right, like.
Oh, fam.
Let's just keep it at that, okay?
Yeah.
What?
This is a family show.
Yeah,
What?
Aaron, I hear a lot now.
What are you talking about on your way home from work every night?
Is this a family podcast? I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's a
It's
family
not.
show.
It's after
is
10
not.
o'clock on a Friday
It is
night,
not.
man.
Yeah.
Anything goes on this show.
The only reason Matt doesn't want to be drug in this is because we know what
I ain't getting drug into this.
Yeah, Matt is.
He's seen some things.
I'm not getting drug into this.
Matt's like, moving on.
In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and
Well, that went off the rails.
This is the kind of stuff that I'm worried my daughter's gonna look at when she's on YouTube
yeah.
So you can't watch that channel.
or
That's the one
something. She
channel
can find
you can't
stuff like this where people
Yeah.
can say stuff.
You can't do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
well.
I know something about you, sir.
There's no good segue out of that.
Yeah.
I just
No. You guys want to do another question?
sure, yeah, okay,
Okay,
perfect.
there's a good
Yeah,
segue.
maybe I can segue better later.
All right, it's still YouTube, like related, and I'm not typing it. So Eric, I'll talk slow. You want to type?
I'll do my best. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hope I can spell better than Brandon.
How many?
Fuck off.
How many videos are watched on YouTube every day?
Oh man.
A, 5 million. B, 50 million. C, 500 million. D, 5 billion.
I say 5 billion.
What was that last one?
5 billion.
I got it,
5
Aaron.
billion.
All right, here you go.
5 billion. I want to say 5 billion. Definitely D.
Definitely D. 5 billion.
There's no way it's anything below that.
No, I'm gonna
We're
say
talking today, correct? Not when it first started. or
This is in a
anything like
24
Whenever
hour
this
period, right?
was written,
that? Okay. Yeah, it's game cards.
Oh, it just says every day.
Okay. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's got to be D. Well,
No, I'm
and
gonna
that's-
say.
well, hold on.
I'm gonna say
There's-
C.
That's almost the entire population of the planet.
Yeah, I'd go with C.
No, B. I go with B. I changed my mind. I'm going B.
it doesn't say how many people, it says how many videos.
Right, and
Yeah.
a lot of people watch more. Yeah, definitely more than one video.
I say C.
I'm gonna stick with D. I'm gonna go with
I'm still on D, man.
No comments about the D either, Matt. So be nice.
Going B.
My mouth is shut.
No.
All right. Everybody got your answers?
Sure.
Mhm.
It is
Yep.
D, 5 billion.
Aaron, you knew before
And my
this even
children are
started.
probably responsible for a million.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably
That's
are.
about the truth of it.
I
When
mean,
they
yeah, I get
fall
it. 'cause, like,
asleep and they
In
just
all your
let 'em play.
faces.
And not a one of them has watched my videos.
I
So-
don't. I know, because like I guess yeah, I can get it because like I'll put on like a video in the background at work or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and just let it play through and play through and play through. Like today, I was listening to like dad jokes for 2 hours.
Really? Wait, I thought you
Oh,
hated him.
you missed Ty that much.
Come here.
Oh, Ty, you got to come back, buddy.
So
We need an
Oh.
annual dad joke segment here on the channel.
see,
Just saying.
This is one of those like I don't know, kind of like Rubik's cube.
Well, luckily we have some.
yeah,
Nice.
like it's like a puzzle thing.
Yeah,
right?
you're welcome,
And
Brandon.
Anaya had it for when did you get this?
I just got it.
Oh,
I just got it.
No,
No, you didn't. She got it 2 Christmases ago.
2 Christmases ago she had it, but she finally solved it. Good job.
Oh.
Exactly.
Oh, you-
That's
I was
so
gonna say it'd take me about another 10
Yeah.
years to probably solve one. So cool.
Hey,
I'm-
Brandon, you should
I'm
tell
not
that
good
joke
at
you
that
told me in the
thing.
break room.
And
No.
bended
No.
it, like,
Oh, now
it
you have to because I didn't hear it.
back in place, and it was a tube now.
Good job, baby.
Don't make me have Aaron.
Yeah. Tell it. Tell
You guys
it.
want to hear some
tell
jokes?
it.
Brandon,
It's funny.
hold on. Who's got that joke?
Mommy,
Apparently, Brandon does, and he's bogarting it from us.
What joke are you talking about?
You know what we're talking about.
Brandon's got a joke. Is the
What joke?
second one you told me.
The joke.
Is it the paint one or the blind?
The one about the cheese grater.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh.
So I gave my blind friend a
That
cheese
one.
grater for his birthday,
Definitely. Oh no.
and he told me it was the most violent book he's ever read.
Fam. Matt, tell me you get it.
Oh, I got it.
You'll say your face didn't look like it.
My
Just say
face just doesn't care anymore. I'm still stuck on 2 seconds ago.
I heard that joke, and I told it to Aaron, and like he was paying attention, but he was doing something. His head whipped around and was like, "Oh no!" He goes, "His blind people,
What
they
it-
read
what
braille."
It broke Aaron.
Oh my gosh.
well, I mean, this is
It
just a
took-
sample
It,
of what
it
we go
took
through
me a
every week.
couple
Sure.
seconds to realize why that was so funny.
Like, wait,
Miranda heard it.
yeah, brother.
Next question.
Next
It was
question.
a good joke, though. It was a good joke, man.
I don't know. I don't know if we're doing any more trivia or not.
No,
That's over.
I do have 2 book recommendations.
Oh yeah, Brandon, want to get into that too.
Okay.
And a radio show you should listen to as well if you live in the Bloomington area.
Well, you can listen to it everywhere, but
Oh,
Bloomington
anyway.
especially.
The guy's name is Tony Katz and Fingers Malio. They co-wrote this book called the first one is called Let's Go Bourbon.
Wait, hold that up. The guy's first name's Fingers. Interesting.
Fingers
Malloy.
Malloy.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
O'Malley. What is happening?
Fingers Malloy.
Anyway,
Oh,
it's called Let's Go Bourbon. It has like a bunch of bourbon recipes and like things to try with bourbon and stuff like that too. Solid book. But he has a radio station. It is WAAM Talk 92.7. All right. If you're in Ann Arbor, Michigan. What the hell? Yeah.
I thought you were going to say WKRP.
No,
in
he's on
Cincinnati.
98. He's on Bloomington's Voice 98.7 from
Yes.
12 to 3.
And then this one is called Let's Go Barbecue.
Let's
It's
go,
also
Bobby.
a
Let's
very
go,
solid
Bobby.
book. Recipes. It's how to smoke certain meats and stuff. It's dope. But again, Ty got these for me for my birthday. I appreciate it, Ty.
So when you go to make us some good barbecue next time I come over.
I know I got a bunch of recipes I want to try out. So
Well,
What's
What's
the next?
we can do WrestleMania if you want.
WrestleMania is the next pay-per-view on
Sure.
I can do some.
What day
April
is
6th
that?
and 7th. April 6th and 7th.
So Saturday and Sunday.
Night 1 and night
We'll do
2.
Saturday if you want to do Sunday, so you don't have to drive all the way. Well, no. Hold on. What did I say?
No, let's do Sunday.
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay,
Either way.
we'll do Sunday.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
do Sunday. So I'll make something
We'll
here.
do Sunday.
Awesome.
Because I got
Awesome.
some recipes and I need guinea pigs. So
Oh God.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be good. It's never been
Remember,
bad.
the brownie-
I'll tell you that.
It's,
Oh yeah.
brownies are
that
going to have mushrooms in them. And I don't mean, I mean the psychedelic kind.
Speaking of which,
What is that face, Aaron?
yeah. So you might. I mean, I think you said you
Okay,
had a
so
story
if-
about these.
Yeah, I do. But it's okay.
wait, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Everybody, hold on. I just want to know one thing.
Oh,
Are you gonna do the song?
no. I told you I can't. I'm not in the moment anymore, and I can't do it.
I mean, I'm already singing, so
She had a song.
I wrote a song because I had to pee. Okay, listen. I had to go to Linton on Wednesday. And remember Tracy? Tracy
Yeah.
from Cook, long time ago. Tracy.
Yes.
Okay, so I went and seen her and talked to her for a little bit. And I had to pee really bad when I left there.
That's unfortunate.
But I was on my way to see Brandon. I was supposed to bring him lunch that day. And I was running late because I was talking to Tracy for so long. So I stopped at
Brandon.
Dollar General in Swiss City. I don't know if anybody is familiar with that other than Aaron.
I know where Swiss City
I
is.
didn't even know it existed.
Okay. Well, it's between here and Linton.
Yep.
And there's a little Dollar General because they're everywhere.
Neither do the people
So
that
it's
live
got
there.
Dollar General.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Neither do the people that live there.
So I'm in the parking lot and
All
I'm like,
12 of them.
shit. It's like 12:23 and I've got to get going because I'm going to meet Brandon for lunch at 1:30, but I have to pick up the lunch. So I don't go in and go pee. So now I'm driving from Swiss City to Spencer. I know there's a Speedway in Spencer. But you know how long the drive is? It said like 25 miles when I seen the sign to Spencer. And it was 44 minutes from this point. And I'm like, fuck. So I start singing this song. And if you were on TikTok, you'd know well, no, he's on Facebook too. Kathy and somebody else sends me videos all the time with this guy doing these little rants and shit. So I'm going to the tune of this song in his head, or in my head, singing I've Got to Pee. So I finally get to Spencer. And I walk in to Speedway in Spencer. Why are you laughing so hard?
It's the anticipation.
Are you okay, Brandon?
He muted himself.
Okay.
He can't even. Yeah.
But I can still hear him in the other room.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Hold on, we're getting there. And I really want to see these brownies, so I have to hurry up, Brandon. Shut up.
Right.
Anyway.
Don't deny your child substance.
I no longer. Now, I sent Brandon a voice message on Facebook at this point because I'm not going to make it there to get his food and to get it there before he's off lunch. And at this point, I'm about to piss myself. So I run in Speedway. I was going to go pee and grab me a coffee, and I just get my coffee and go see him. I walk in, and there's a fucking out of order sign on the women's restroom. And I'm like, fuck.
Oh,
like, I am almost in tears, and I don't know if they're
I'll be like,
tears or
screw it.
pee.
I'm going in the men's room.
Well, I just walk out. At this point, I am mad, and I am about to explode on somebody. And it's probably going to be
Literally.
golden shower.
Oh, man.
So I get in the car, and I start to go. And I look to my left, and it was like I was in the desert. And I could see another gas station up in the distance.
It was a mirage.
Yes.
Brownie,
Yeah.
brownie mirage.
So it's a Circle K. Now, listen to me. The one in Bloomington has a sign posted on the door, no public restrooms. And I'm like, if I get in there and they don't have a restroom, I'm going on their floor.
Well, the Circle K down by where I live's got at least one bathroom in there. It may not be open to the public.
Well, I'm the public now.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't work there. I can't go pee. I had to pee the other day. I had to go in the back of the bank to pee the other day. That was weird.
You have to take out an account, too.
Anyway. Yes, that's the day we had to do all that.
You have to.
Shit. Anyway,
Yeah.
So I finally get to go pee, and like I come out of the bathroom. When I sat down to pee, it was like that was it. There was no time left. I was gonna piss myself. But when I come out, I could see the cashier, and she was with the customer. But I wanted to thank her for actually having a public restroom because the Bloomington store didn't, and I was so afraid that I was gonna pee myself. So anyway. What?
It reminds me of my I'm about to poop in this car story.
Well,
which I told a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
Or last week. Because Brandon knows the story. Yeah.
Face froze at the best time.
It's a struggle,
listen,
man.
I didn't.
Well, my mother did at Grand Central Station, but that's another podcast.
Wait. What?
Oh my God. Hold on. Can I finish this?
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Miranda first. Matt, you're on deck.
Okay.
You know that. You're a baseball guy.
So I get back to Bloomington and I tell Brandon kind of like half-assed this story so I can do it now because this is where the brownies come in. I stopped at the Bloomington store on my way home that day. I walked up to the door and there's that sign, no public restroom. And I'm like, that's okay because I don't have to pee.
At least you're about to
But
make
I
brownies.
decided to try the brownies. I was like, I'm here. I'm going to try the brownies because I still hadn't ate anything. So I got a sandwich, a chicken sandwich from Circle K, and these brownies. And I brought the brownies home for the kids. This chicken sandwich was actually not that bad. The bun was a little hard because it was sitting there all day, I think, but the chicken was kind of thick and juicy. So I was kind of impressed.
Yeah.
But then I brought these home, and the kids and Jaden were pretty impressed. So I thought
for
it'd be
Jay
fun
to be impressed with
try
something
these
is
with everybody, but Aaron, because Eric has errands. So
Because I was unaware I had to share.
Aaron,
Or was
your
I?
wife may or may not have told you this already, but you'll be over here tomorrow, so you'll have some tomorrow. We'll save you some.
Yeah, just so you know.
just so you're aware.
Okay.
Just so you know, you don't get left out.
So
Okay.
Matt and Eric.
Yeah, she didn't tell me
The
that,
plan
so
is-
yeah. Let me show you
Okay,
how
well,
good
we
the
were
communication
talking
is.
a little bit ago
Hey, Aaron, we're gonna hang out tomorrow.
Yeah.
about 3 o'clock
You
or
don't
4
know
o'clock.
yet, but you're going to hang out tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna give Anaya one of these now. She's already
Okay,
tasted it.
sounds
She just
good.
wants it.
I ain't going to lie. These look pretty
There you
good.
You wait till you
They
taste them.
smell good, and they were like $2.19. So go give Daddy one. And we also have donut holes that I got for Jackson because he doesn't like brownies. So we're gonna try those. Sorry, I didn't get you guys one.
I ain't going to lie. These are pretty good.
Yeah, they're good.
They're moist.
You know,
So
there's
the plan
somebody
is-
who's probably going to watch this show who don't like that word.
Well,
oh well, they'll be fine.
they probably ain't
But
gonna
no.
like a lot of things.
Like,
Moist.
we tried these brownies. I tried these
Yeah.
brownies, and like I was really surprised. Like, for seriously, like, you know, gas station food. You never think gas station food is good. But those
I don't know.
brownies-
Casey's Pizza's really good.
Yep.
I still contest that Casey's General Store has the best pizza.
Harrisburg.
Yes, we tried
Chicken
those. That
sandwiches.
was that one from Odin, Brandon.
Oh yeah, okay.
We did like that. Now, listen, real quick, fun thing over the next couple months when it's warm and we have money, we can travel.
Money, what's
We
that?
want to go to different gas stations, and end hopefully at Buc-ee's sometime late summer.
Is it Buc-ee's or Buckeyes?
Jackson and Anaya.
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Jackson and I love going in the gas station and grabbing a snack or a novelty item or whatever. So truck stops and stuff like that always have fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if
So
you guys
the
are
plan
along
is-
the way and you want to do a little video of something from a gas station for our channel, send it in. We'd love
Yeah.
to.
Like, your
Eventually,
favorite thing
Brandon
at
and I
that
want
gas
to
station.
travel to restaurants and stuff
And do the same thing.
reviews.
That would
we
be
make
kind
a
of
we
cool.
also-
compilation.
We haven't got it finished yet, but we actually did do a local
yeah, we
restaurant
did.
on Friday, and that video will be coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
We were very impressed with what we had there.
Yes, I was. We're not
Do
doing-
your own.
Are these like family-owned restaurants or just local?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's where the kind of premise of the whole thing is. We want to start at like
Oh, no.
local places, and then go from there. Chain restaurants are chain restaurants. You've had one, you've had them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the local spots where people have like favorites, like again, Eric, you've heard me talk about this place, back in Ohio where we're from. It's a little pizza shop, little mom and pop shop called Duffy's. I fucking loved it. It was like deep dish
Mhm.
pizza, and it was so good.
Rip.
It was homemade.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And like we had at Little Caesars, we had Pizza Hut, we had Domino's, all that. But like, if you ask me, if I was going to go get pizza, it was going to be at Duffy's.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And even our Pizza Hut was better because even Elm Road's Pizza Hut still had the buffet.
Yeah.
It'd be dope.
Hey, question: did you guys ever go to or remember a Ponderosa?
Hold on, I'll be right back.
A Ponderosa?
A listener,
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry. A listener.
I
What?
have to go take this to one of our listeners.
Oh, I got you. Cool. I.e. her mom, I think.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
you remember Ponderosa,
Yeah, I love Ponderosa.
dude?
Fun
My
fact:
mom-
Nate at work used to work at one.
Yes, I was gonna
Yeah.
say Nate used to work at one.
Shout
My
out to Nate, by
mom
the
used
way,
to
if he's
go
watching.
to Ponderosa all the time, but she'd only get the wings. Like she loved the wings from Ponderosa. funny story about Ponderosa.
Hey.
And my mom, my godmom, Miranda heard this story the last time my godmom was here. We went to Ponderosa. I forget what the hell we went for. But my mom is standing. She's standing at the buffet, but she's got these pants on and they do not fit. So she's trying to hold.
Just gotta fill them out, baby.
She's got to hold her one hand with the pants and one hand with her food.
That's a situation.
Get out of the way.
So, I got a story after this one's done. It just happened a few weeks ago.
Oh, girl, get there. That's it. Like she was.
What happened to the brownie?
You good? So we're
Yes.
coming out of Save-A-Lot, me and Brandon,
God.
and the kids. And he just told you about a story about his mom with her pants falling down. Well, how am I going to have to hold his pants up walking across the parking lot? Because his pants were falling off his ass.
They were.
And his hands were full of carrying
Oh,
stuff.
damn.
And he's like waddling. I'm like,
Little shimmy.
What's wrong? I said, can you hold my pants up?
You
Like,
gotta do the
legit.
shimmy.
I'm putting stuff in the back of the truck or the back of the car, and she's just holding up my fucking bridges. But yeah, I'm walking across the parking
You're not
lot.
going to pull them up yourself at all?
I couldn't. My hands were full.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
God.
God. Got to tighten that belt, Hoss.
I know. I find that a lot, and that's another thing. I started the carnivore diet deal. I know I just took a bite of that damn brownie. But
Which
well, you're going to work it off tomorrow, so.
yeah, I've lost as of right now in total around 13 pounds. And,
Congrats, dude. That's good.
It feels great, to be honest.
Yeah.
I have clothes that I can actually put on now and feel comfortable wearing. My pants though. These pants,
we got to go shopping.
I'm going through it with these pants.
Hey, at least
But
you're
yeah,
going down sizes. I went up a size not too long back. I need to knock that off.
I'm going up.
But Eric, man, you were doing good for a while.
I was. I know. I fell off the wagon.
You was crushing
Listen real quick, because he's not on here tonight, but I was hoping Seth would be. He was talking to me about starting to train for his mission. And something about running between here and Aaron's house.
Oh.
I ain't running.
I don't mind it on a treadmill as long as my knees don't give out on me.
That is
Well,
far.
Jaden wants to start getting healthier. and working
Yeah, I
out.
wouldn't run that.
How far is it?
Bloomington to Aaron's house.
We're not sure. Seth wants it to be about a mile, I think. I think it's
No.
more than that.
I know that.
too
hill
much.
No,
in
you're
our
no
backyard
Bloomfield
is
to
enough.
Aaron's house.
I know.
Oh, you said
Yes.
Bloomington.
I know what I've said and
No.
meant.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
No, but like the kids wanting to get into it too, which is great. Me and Anaya, it's gonna be my new, she's gonna be my new workout buddy.
There you go.
Jackson is always down for some workout. Y'all see how he's shredded up.
Kid's got abs.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. Like,
And then Jaden, him wanting to do it too is awesome. He showed me this video, this guy doing this kind of like exercise that helps you focus your breathing when you're running. So we're gonna try that, me and him, and I'm gonna get some weights and stuff for the garage as well. We already got a treadmill. We got what's that thing called?
Elliptical.
Elliptical, and we have an exercise bike out there already.
Got your cardio down.
Yeah, eventually I
Some
wanna get
weights.
a punching bag and some weights and shit. So
I like
think
to get a
this
punching
summer's
bag, but I
gonna
got to
be
where to put it.
different.
I mean, I play rec softball, but that's about as much working out as I ever get anymore.
Well, with
that-
Jackson playing football and stuff, man, he be.
Is he really?
moving. Yeah,
Yeah, he likes to.
he be moving.
Hey, he was doing pretty good with that side yard football game that we had at your place. That got aggressive quick.
Hey, did you guys get to see what we're gonna do to Matt this summer?
No, you ain't gonna do nothing to Matt.
Little do you know.
Oh, we're gonna roll. We're gonna golf with him.
I am not doing that this summer.
You remember those things that the neighbor
Because I
guy gave
have
me, Eric? Those big
dizziness
inflatable
issues.
balls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna shove Matt one and roll him down the hill.
Oh, that video, man! Dude, kids.
I'm gonna shove you.
Is that on your Facebook, Miranda?
Is that video? It might be on Miranda's.
It's
We'll see if it
on
is.
Kathy's.
Oh, okay. Let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah,
Because
it looks like a golf game.
Try
It
not
does
to
look
bring-
really fun. Well,
Eric, I
bless
wouldn't
you.
bring it straight up from
Yeah.
hers.
don't
Thank
worry, I
you.
won't.
Well, I mean, she had her full name up here last week, but I don't know if she
Yeah,
won
I
her
won't. I won't
Facebook
show
one.
it. I don't even know if I can find it.
That's
But
probably
anyway,
not the best plan. I know what you're talking about, though. It's like got a giant golf club, and he sits inside of it, and you hit him
Yeah,
in the hole.
it looks
Miranda
fun.
showed me this
Yeah, it
video
does
of
look
his
fun.
backyard sling. Brother, they get flung into this pool. First of all, wait, I will say the water didn't look too sanitary, but other than that, though, it was these people sitting like
water.
like a chair
Yes.
attached to this big ass sling, and they get drugged back and then shot forward. It looked fun as hell.
That would be fun, though.
yeah, I can't find it anyway. Imagine, imagine those big inflatable balls that you
Next
put people in
episode,
and bounce
we'll
off each
find
other.
the video.
Yeah, it was pretty funny though.
Yeah.
I could definitely see Matt doing it, or like watching.
Oh yeah,
Matt
it'd be
would be
fun.
hilarious.
It'll be hilarious to see Matt on. You know
It'd
those
be
big air
fun.
globs that they have in like pools or at lakes, right? And like somebody sits on one end, and like people go climb to the top of the thing
I
and
am
jump
not
off,
doing
and they
that.
get flung in the fucking air. Me and Eric jump off while Matt's on it and see how far he goes.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna right into your face. That's where I'm gonna go. All right.
This Matt get launched across the pond. That'd be
Yeah.
hilarious.
I don't know. I remember you having a hard time getting up out of one of those inflatable things too.
Oh, brother, they're not fun. They're
mean,
they're not chubby person friendly.
I mean, he ain't wrong.
They're not. They're really not. We went to that urban air place the one time, and I thought I could relive my youth on a trampoline. Found out real quick, nah.
At some point, you just got to knuckle under and realize I'm old now.
Brandon, we need to go to that place where they break all the stuff.
Oh,
that would be fun.
Yeah, we were just talking about that the other day, Miranda.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of golf, I
What?
want to go
Oh,
back
the
to
break.
golf.
Yeah.
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 Huh?
Yeah.
Well, I had my first golf outing of the year. I shot a 115, which people who golf know that's horrible.
I thought he went for the high score.
Well,
What
if
was
you
the
guys want
par?
to practice your driving, we've got golf balls out our freaking ears.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a whole bucket
Yeah, I
of them
guess
now.
if nothing
Eric.
else, as long as I got good food, I don't have to necessarily go to Top
Matt
Golf.
Glazer.
You gotta.
Keeps bringing
Yeah,
drive.
yeah, that was a good place to go to.
Mhm. I want to get
I remember
Miranda.
that.
I want to go. We seen this
We all
place
liked
out in, I think it's Evans or Ellisville. It's
Okay.
a putt place called Hoosier Hole. You should go there.
I've
play some
I've
putt-putt.
played there.
Where's that at?
I've
I'm
lost.
sure they all know where that is, babe.
And yeah, it's
They're
in
all from there.
Hoosier
Oh,
Hole.
okay, maybe Eric doesn't know. There's a putt-putt place in Linton too.
Oh yeah, there
Really?
is too. At the park,
There's one
yeah.
in Linton too.
Yeah, it's at a park.
Really?
Yeah, at the park.
I
I don't think it's open all year. I mean, just like Ellisville, but
Yeah.
I think we might have officially lost.
they have a nice
Karen, maybe,
park
for
over
the
there.
evening.
And
Yeah.
Oh wait, he's back. Never mind. My bad.
He's going back and forth.
He's back
Hey, you
again.
wanna play some
Hey.
putt-putt?
Yeah,
It's going Slim Shady. He's back again.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
back
I'll-
again.
Hey,
Hey,
calm
guess
down.
who's back?
Yeah. Okay, Eric. Okay.
It's
Like a
late.
kid.
All right.
I'm
Like
working on like
a
3
kid
hours of sleep, so yeah, it's Friday. I'm kind of
Yeah.
happy. So it's
All right, Aaron, why don't you pull Eric? Why
Nope.
don't you pull up that first video, buddy?
of the one that Miranda sent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Miranda's like, let's get moving. Okay, well,
Get to this.
Just get moving along.
well, I guess the fun's over. No, I'm just kidding. Miranda, do you think it's best if we kind of just pause this after every one and then explain our thoughts
yeah,
on it?
well, yeah, well,
Because otherwise,
yeah.
we'll be trying to
mean-
rehash this entire video at the end. You know what I'm saying?
What?
So,
yeah, well, let's
is
let this
this?
one play through. Yeah,
are you sure? 'Cause this is the one I'd
she
rather stop
is
at.
going to tell you what Trump's. Huh?
Well, I'll tell you what, we can always run it and then run it back one at a time if you want to do
That's
it that
fine.
way. So
Okay.
I'll do it that way.
Well,
All right.
So we can safely assume
Cue it
that
up.
Trump is going to be the Republican nominee for president. Here are the first 15 promises he has made if he is reelected. You may have heard of Project 2025, but this is from Agenda 47. And you can read all of these on his website. First, he promises that he will carry out the largest domestic deportation operation in history. He will also ask for the death sentence for anyone convicted of human trafficking. He will close the Department of Education and return all education standards to the states to decide. He will put prayer back into school, and he will criminalize any race-based advantage programs. He will end the Affordable Care Act. He will ban gender-affirming care for adults and children, and he will ban any federal dollars from going towards gender-affirming care, which means anyone with government-provided health care will no longer be able to access gender-affirming care except for Viagra and Cialis. Those will still be available. He will propose a constitutional amendment that gives a term limit to Congress. He will deploy the Department of Justice to investigate the Biden crime family and any of his adversaries or political rivals. He will immediately pardon all of the January 6thers, and he will create a task force to investigate anyone who arrested, charged, or imprisoned a January 6er. He will increase the penalties for underage criminal offenders, strengthen immunity for police officers, and deploy the National Guard to patrol woke cities. On day one, he will reassess our participation in NATO and says that every European country needs to pay the United States for protection. He will also restore the wonderful travel ban for Muslims coming to America. He will build freedom cities. This is 10 new cities built on federal land. He will award them to areas with the best development proposals, and he will prioritize moving young families to these freedom cities. He will kill all e-vehicles and e-vehicle legislation, seeking to replace that with the development of a flying car. He believes that we can create a car that vertically takes off. He will remove all of the limits on American natural gas exports and drill baby drill for oil domestically. He will impose a tariff of up to 60% on Chinese imports. He will extend the 2017 tax cuts and drop the corporate tax rate from 21% to 15%. He will push Congress to pass legislation that would give every American the right to concealed carry anywhere at any time, and he will revoke any gun restrictions or legislation that seeks to inhibit people's ability to own guns that's been passed in the last several years. He will demand that Europe pay back all the money we gave Ukraine, and then he will use all of that money to recruit for the American military. And he will take billions and billions of dollars from private university endowments by taxing, fining, and suing the universities. He specifically names Harvard in this one. And then he will use that money to create the American Academy. It is a free online college that will be free of wokeness that he will force employers to recognize as a bachelor's degree equivalent. So that's Agenda 47.
All right. So,
She sounds thrilled.
if I may just go off on this here in a minute. But I
Yeah.
think, first of all, she's framing this like all this stuff is bad.
I figured you
It's
would.
not. Yeah, I think she was counting on it for the looks of things. But I want your opinions too. I think we should go through these one by one.
Mhm.
Is that cool? All right.
So we
Okay, that's
can see
fine.
that Trump is going to be the Republican nominee for president. Here are the first
All right,
15
let's-
promises he has made if he is reelected. You may have heard of Project 2025, but this is from Agenda 47. And you can read all of these on his website. First, he promises that he will carry out the largest domestic deportation operation in history.
Okay, so that right there, number one, deportation. If you're here illegally, you should not be here.
No.
Simple as that. It's got nothing to do with racism or anything like that. You know, separating
Nothing.
people from their families. If you are not in this country, you are breaking the law. But if you are not legally here, so yes, you should not be here unless you are legally supposed to be. So first of all, I'm supportive of that. First of all, this is a whole list of things. The reason why I want to vote for Trump, actually. So let's continue.
Yeah, let's continue.
Yeah, I
let's
mean, she
proceed.
listed exactly why.
Yeah. She goes on to say he'll ask for the death sentence for anyone convicted of human trafficking. Yeah, because
Yep,
they're trafficking
duh.
children into
Yeah,
sex
I don't think
slavery.
we need to, like,
That's
her
not even
voice and her tone really pissed me off.
Okay, well, I'll just.
I don't know, but
How about I mute her?
because we got to go through the whole other one too,
All right.
and I just
Okay. Yeah, we're going to go through some of Biden's too, so we're going to be a little fair here. All right, so she said something about death sentence for anyone convicted of human trafficking. Again, if you traffic children into sex slavery, yeah, put them to death. I mean, come on.
yeah, and I've got another.
This should
video.
not be a
Maybe we'll
controversy.
save it.
You know.
We can.
All
yeah,
right,
go ahead.
let's move on to the next one. Let's see here. She also says he will close the Department of Education and return all education standards to the states to decide. Okay, so that one, I'm not. It's not as bad, but it's like I don't see any problem with the states deciding education. It should be parents should be more involved as well with because the federal government should not be mandating what your children are learning. Period. I mean, this should be more to the people who live in those states. I mean, that
Yes.
Again, nothing wrong with that.
Prayer
Well,
should
I
be
mean,
in school.
they should be
Well, that's
taught the
next.
true history, the true way to do math. Why do we have to keep changing the way words are written or what words mean? Like, if they were taught the common sense, basic arithmetic, and then went on to learn the trades and home ec, wood
Right.
shop, all that shit. What do we need all this woke bullshit for?
Yeah, I don't know. And we'll get into
You
that a
know,
little bit
and
more
I'm
here in
going
a
to say
minute.
this real quick because on the first episode, I think we talked about men being able to produce milk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, a week or two later, they're saying the hormone therapy is giving them cancer. So
Really?
we're going to have
What
men
do-
with breast cancer now?
Well, what do you know?
Well, that's okay. According to our president, the COVID shots can now cure cancer.
Okay,
But-
Lord, yeah.
But I mean, now you could, to be fair, you could say maybe the studies are leading to hopefully maybe getting to that point, but I don't think that's what that's not the way he said it. All right, the next one. He will put prayer back in school.
But you should.
Yeah. As much as people don't want to admit this country was founded on Christian beliefs.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, that's
Listen.
the way it is. If you don't like it, this isn't the country.
Constitutionalist, and I believe in that.
I remember we had we used to pray in school, like the teacher would do it, like right after the Pledge of Allegiance. And then I want to say it was probably by the time I went to high school, that's when it stopped or whatever. But I remember like 5th, 6th grade. I don't know if it was just her doing it or everybody's class did, you know what I mean? But I remember a time when that happened.
Yeah, I mean,
Now they could get arrested.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not only that, you want to teach all these other ideologies in the schools. If Christian ideology is not allowed, then none of the other ones should be allowed also.
That's what I
either they're
think.
all allowed or none of them are allowed. That's fair.
I believe in that too. That is yeah.
I mean,
one or the other.
Sorry, that's just the way I feel. All right, let's go on for the next one.
Okay.
She says he will criminalize any race-based advantage programs. Okay, so let's start there. Like the affirmative action. Okay, you're giving advantage to minorities over other people. I mean, that's racism right there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're framing it like, okay, well, people of color don't get the same advantages as white people or whatnot. But by doing that, you're giving them more advantages than other people. That's not equality. That is putting someone above another.
A person should get a
What are
job.
they actually giving them?
So this is how it works. If it's the way it's worded, it's like the same opportunity. So if me and Eric go for a job, right, and we both have the same qualifications, same certifications, but he has more experience than I do, I could still outweigh his experience with affirmative action in that aspect. But what it does is, not all the time, but the overwhelming majority of the time, to fill a quota, they would just fill these spots with minorities. So whether they're qualified for the job or not.
Yeah.
So Eric could be fully qualified for that job, and I just know an entry level purpose for the job, and I could still get it over him.
Yeah. I mean, no one's saying that if you're a person of color, you shouldn't get opportunities. Absolutely, you should, but it should be based on your merits. If you're good at the job, you get the job, which is what Trump has consistently said. It should not be based on something just because of your color or skin or something. They're hiring pilots now based on the color of their skin or their ethnicity or their gender or sexuality, not based on like how much flight time or anything like that, or can you do the job safely. That's insane.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I mean, I
Well,
don't
they
wanna be
did
flying
that
on a
with the
plane like
damn transportation secretary too.
Yeah, he did a bang up job.
So this is
Heat butt plug there.
So far, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
idiot.
and knowing the South Bend area, he was, in my opinion, not a great mayor when he was there. But that's besides the point. So yeah, so far this is all common sense. This is not. Then she says,
Yeah.
she's he will end the Affordable Care Act. That one to me,
Good.
it's like they charge you a fee if you don't want. If they make you get insurance, if you don't want insurance, you get charged a fee for not doing it. So how is that good for the poor or the struggling or whatever it might be? I mean, not only that,
Yeah.
I've heard that the Biden administration may have negotiated that fee to where it's a bit cheaper. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, good. But it's still charging someone for maybe somebody doesn't want insurance at a particular time or can't afford it, and they've decided not to, and now you're making them do it. So, okay. So again,
Well, I don't have insurance right now, and even when I was working full time, I opted out of it.
yeah. So
Trump got rid of the tax penalty for it when he first got presidency.
he wanted to do away with this
I
act
won't carry
completely, but
insurance
couldn't
now.
get it done. Again, you got to understand with
Yeah.
presidents, and this goes for Joe Biden as well. Sometimes when presidents promise things, it does require other members of Congress and the Senate to also help you get these things done. Just because they promise them, if they don't, don't come through with their promise, doesn't necessarily mean it's their fault. And I'll say the same for Joe Biden as well. All right.
Well, luckily for us, they have to vote on it, and Joe Biden couldn't just say everybody.
Yeah, and it's also a deterrent for people
welcome
just
and-
being a tyrannical dictator and pushing through anything they want.
Yeah.
But obviously, some things they push through anyway. But
I should be a tyrannical
said that
dictator.
Trump will then also ban gender-affirming care for adults and children. Wonder if the rest of it said anything. Okay, and he will ban any federal dollars from going towards gender-affirming care. Yeah, because this is, again, I know not everybody believes like the right and things like that, but this is evil, in my opinion. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean,
It is, and now that the studies are coming out, there are documentaries, interviews of older men and women that have gone through it when they were a child or young adults, and now regret it.
well, it didn't.
But you know
how
what?
many, and you see these videos of these kids going in for these surgeries and these drug hormones, but you can clearly tell they don't necessarily care to be there. It's their parents forcing this ideology upon them. That is not
Which is
child's
wild
choice.
to me.
Yes,
And even and most
I
children
watched a
don't know.
little girl cry.
You
didn't
were
wanna do
born
it.
a man or you were born a woman.
I'm sorry. The hard truth of the matter is you are either a male or a female. There's no in between.
Yep.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah.
There's nothing else.
Well,
Everything
there
else
is.
a
There
message
actually
of disorder.
is. There actually is an in between, and I knew somebody that actually was born an in between.
Oh, the dysmorphia
But again, that's
thing.
that's the
Yeah.
exception to the rule, not the rule.
Exactly. Just like there's exception to everything, and Democrats in
life.
general want to see it all black and white. Everybody's can come here. Everybody can do this.
Well, and then you could do
Yeah.
everything you want to based on how you feel. But if you're
Yeah.
a Bible believing Christian, and I
Mhm.
know not everybody is, but the Bible says, lean not under your own understanding. Don't follow your heart,
Yes.
or it is wicked. So
Yes, sir.
you got to understand that this is where the people on the right are coming from. And again, I understand not everybody are Christians, and the beauty of this country is for everybody to be able to come here. But at the same time, this is what our country is founded on, and it's constitutional. Really.
How we expect you to live on.
But this is the thing, like, yeah, this country was built on immigrants, but those immigrants paid their dues to be here, to be established here. That's all
correct.
we ask. That's it. At the end of the
That's-
day, that's all it is. There's a way to go about things.
Yeah.
And does it take time? Sure. But at the end, you still get what
It's
you want.
worth the
You're
time
here.
you put in
Now
for
you're
it.
here legally, though. You know, you can reap all the benefits of coming to America. You know
And
what
when
I
it
mean?
comes to gender affirming care, just because someone says they feel that they're the opposite sex or whatever it might be, if somebody come into a doctor's office who is clearly anorexic, but they felt they were fat, would you tell them to go get liposuction or something? Or would you say, no, you're not healthy. You need to eat. This is the same thing with these people who are sick in the head like this. They need to be told the truth in love. That way they can understand. By actually affirming this delusion, you're only hurting them. You're not helping at the end of the day. All right, so let's move
Exactly.
on. Okay. Gender affirming care, which means anyone with government provided health care will no longer be able to access gender affirming care. Yeah, we kind of covered that. Except for Viagra and Cialis. Okay. Those are still available. Okay, that's fine. He will propose in a constitutional. This one should have nobody. Okay, both sides of the aisle should not be upset about this at all. He will propose a constitutional amendment that will give a term limit to Congress. Yes, Congress gave term limits to presidents. Why? Because they said it's dangerous to allow somebody to have too much power for too long, but they would not pass it for themselves. This is absolutely correct. We don't need now. Mitch McConnell is stepping down. There's a bunch of people in Congress and Senate who should be stepping down. Chuck Schumer, Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, you name it, they should all be. Some could even argue that Donald Trump's too old too. Okay, I'll go that far as even say that.
Donald Trump's old, but he is healthier than a fucking horse.
He's definitely better than Joe, in my opinion. He's obviously clearly anybody who's trying to compare the two.
He got that Regeneron when he got COVID, and it regenerated him.
And with ideas like this, this is absolutely common sense. I mean, this shouldn't.
It is, Eric. It's common knowledge.
So far, I've not seen anything wrong.
All right, guys. I'm sorry. I have to pee. I was going to try to wait, but you know what?
Well, I'll try to stall a little bit. All right. The next day, she said he will deploy the Department of Justice to investigate the Biden crime family. So, what the Biden crime family is now currently doing to Donald Trump?
Yeah.
You can say, Donald Trump's an insurrectionist, or he had 91 indictments, or this, that, or the other. But Biden's DOJ, whether they say the DOJ and the Biden administration are completely separate entities or not, it's still under Biden's control. It is Biden's DOJ that is going after Donald Trump right now.
Okay. How much crap does he have on him?
Who, on Biden?
How much crap does Biden have on Biden?
Biden have on himself?
He's going to have more crap than Trump does. You can't even convince me otherwise.
Well, there's already much more evidence, in my opinion, against Joe Biden than there is to Donald Trump.
There's
a lot of allegations against Donald Trump, but lack of evidence. They say this or that or whatever, but we've got bank records, we've got all sorts of emails, laptops, you name it, for Joe Biden, and nobody investigates. Why? Because he controls his own Department of Justice.
Hard facts.
So if Trump were to get in there. If Trump were to get in there and then go after Joe, well, that is technically looking into criminals, which is what the Democrats say they're looking into Joe Biden. But it's not good when you do it to a Democrat, but it's perfectly okay to do to Republicans.
That's what I was going to say. Like,
hard facts.
It's what the rules for thee, not for me. Like, you're complaining about the same thing that's happening now. So your argument is it's a mute argument. Like, what are you talking about at the end? Like, you're mad because he will do what they did to him? Yeah. Is it petty? For sure, 100%. And I'm here for the pettiness. So, like, why would I let you skate? Like you said, the deal is, though, I have proof of what you did. You just got a bunch of people to say some crazy shit about me, and
just because his administration and the media are backing him up and saying he's done nothing wrong does not mean that's the case. And you can say the same for Trump.
But that's because nobody wants to admit it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to say they're wrong. Nobody ever wants to admit, that's my bad. Like, I was wrong. So in order to go, even though you know he's wrong, you're not going to admit it. So you're just like, nah, you got to ride it out. You just got to see till the end. And then you act surprised. Like you were duped the whole time. You know what I mean? And I promise you that's what's going to happen. If and when all this stuff comes out and it's all proven to be true,
and
there'll be a lot of people going, I was blind.
Even if it's proven to be true, nothing will happen to him. Because Republicans don't have the balls to do anything about it yet. Hopefully that'll change. But
all the people's wallets that are just about to get.
Well, and the biggest thing I had about the State of the Union last night, he ended that yelling speech the whole time. He said, quote, "You cannot lead by anger, hatred, and retribution," says the man who yelled at everybody for an hour and a half and is trying to politically jail his political opponent. I mean, okay, you can't only be happy when you guys win. Well, guess what? Tell that to every single Democrat for the last 2 decades who denied elections every single time they lost.
And the jailing the political opponent is getting old. They've been leaning on that for a while.
But here's the thing: nobody's ever done it. This is the first time they've tried to do it against Trump.
But they're leaning on it,
and they've opened Pandora's box. So you know what's going to happen next time when a Republican gets in there? They're going to go after a Democrat and say, "Oh, you're trying to commit this crime," and we've got a vicious circle.
Yeah.
This is why Trump is calling for presidential immunity, because if this continues to go on over and over and over again, it's going to lead to things like civil war. And he's absolutely correct about it. So it's got nothing to do with the fact that you can't charge a man for a crime that he might have committed while he was in the presidency. Correct. Because the proper way to do that is to get impeached, convicted, which Trump was not. Trump was acquitted. And if he's convicted,
Yes.
that's when you could go after them and prosecute them, because everybody, including both sides of Congress and the Senate, would then agree he's done a crime. He needs to face the consequences. That's not what happened under Trump. So,
No.
All right. So let's move on before I
Move on. Next.
I'm getting there.
I've never seen Eric so hyped. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never.
It ticks me off because the reason why I get so hot is because it's hypocritical to me, and I hate seeing crap that's been skewed by the media, been lied about for years, propaganda everywhere, but yet they act like it's fact, and I can show you thousands of clips and evidence of why it's not.
That's what it is. Eric's right. It's just
What's that? Get there? All right, let's move on. We'll try to speed this up a little bit here.
Yeah.
But all right, let's see here. The next thing she says is any adversaries or political rivals. Again, that's kind of what's happening now. He will immediately pardon all of the January 6th prisoners or people who committed. All right, first of all, not everybody on January 6th committed a crime.
No.
Not to mention those who were convicted of crimes. Some of them pled guilty. Absolutely. Fair. Some of them did break the law, and those should be facing the consequences. Absolutely. You can't destroy property, things like that. Absolutely.
No destruction
However,
of property.
there are certain videos and stuff of grandmas who were just walking on the area who did not do anything wrong. They were in the wrong place at the wrong time, and they're being sentenced to jail for over 100 years. That's ridiculous. Those are the people they're talking about he's going to pardon. So
there's been people that have died in prison, people not getting medical care. You know, they're
committed suicide because
horribly.
They've been labeled as traitors. Not all of them. Yeah. I mean, I would venture to say none of them are traitors. They were upset. Was it a riot? Should it have happened? Yes, to the riot. No, it shouldn't have happened. But to say it was insurrection, Joe Biden loves to tout the fact that if you want to go against the government, you need an F-15 in order to do it. But yet, a bunch of unarmed people who had no plan was going to overthrow the democracy, or the constitutional republic is what we really are. Come on, you can't have it both ways. This is ridiculous.
There were people we got let in. Like doors.
Yeah, there's a video.
And the majority of these people got sentenced with or convicted of trespassing, but the charge with the sentence far outweighed the charge. It was ridiculous.
Not only that, the Capitol is a big place. On one end of the building, they're rioting. On the other end of the building, these people have no idea what's going on the far side where the fires are burning and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And yet they're the ones who go to jail. You know, I mean, there are just certain people who are jailed right now that should not be in jail. Certain ones, absolutely. Yeah. Maybe the sentence may be too long. That's something that needs to be revisited as well. But the Democrats have labeled these people as traitors to this entire country, and that's just simply not the case. They're trying to fearmonger and try to paint Trump as this dictator so you won't vote for him and you'll vote for them. That's all it is. Wake up to the smell the coffee. All right, let's go.
About to swear.
Sorry, it pisses me off.
The word propaganda should be used for that. I'll even go that far.
Yeah. Propaganda. You think Russia is bad with propaganda? This country is just as bad, if not worse.
Propaganda.
All right, let's move on. He will create a task force to investigate anyone who is arrested. Yeah, as he should. Make sure they're being in prison for the right thing, or they shouldn't be in prison. Simple as that. Mm-hmm. He will increase the penalties. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't pull the video back up. He will increase the penalties for underage criminal offenders. Yeah, because look on the news. How many people are robbing grocery stores, convenience stores, running out with hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of things, cell phones? But they get if they get arrested at all, they're immediately released the next day on bond or without any bond at all. And then they turn right around and then do the exact same thing again because they know they get arrested, they're just going to get let out again. Ask Laken Riley how that went for her, who was brought up in the State of the Union, by the way, by an illegal who was convicted, I think, of theft, released, went to Georgia, then killed this poor girl while she was on a morning jog, and yet it's okay. Why? Because he's an illegal. Well, they won't use the term illegals because illegal's insensitive. Apparently, they're undocumented or they're now newcomers, as it's coined, because we can't sound racist. It's got nothing to do with racism. They're criminals, and if there's no consequences, these people are going to continue to do this stuff. So yes, raise the penalties for underage criminal offenders and all criminal offenders at that. Any objections? I'm just on a roll. Okay. All right, next.
I'm just listening to your points, Eric. That's all.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother. You got it.
Strengthen immunity for police officers. Now, granted, there are bad apples, 100%. However, the amount of bad apples compared to the good cops
are very
probably,
minute, very small.
It's not nearly as bad. If the people you say
maybe,
claim that
maybe 15% of 100,
the people you say claim police brutality, oh, they hurt me, they did this, they handcuffed me too tight. Were you following the cops' instructions? Were you doing as they asked, or were you being belligerent? Were you being defiant the entire time? Are you just trying to claim the victim? Is that what happened?
I'm a huge supporter and advocate for police. I think that's a bunch of crap brought up just to scare people. It's a scare tactic, and that's just my opinion. And
She says Donald Plump. Some of our liberal friends might find that one funny. But Donald Trump said he will deploy the National Guard to patrol woke cities. Let's see if there's anything else to say.
Okay.
So, first of all, Joe Biden in his State of the Union speech last night says our country is safer than it's ever been. At the exact same week that the governor of New York City, Kathy Hochul, has
described woke city, though.
Well, people
San
with this
Francisco.
ideology.
I mean,
whatever. New York City, Chicago, you name it. Big Democrat-led cities.
Like super cities is what you mean by that.
Basically, big cities.
Okay.
This is the same week that he said that the country is the safest it's ever been, that the governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, has deployed National Guard into the city because the crime is out of control. But if Trump deploys the National Guard, that's a sin. It's evil. He's Hitler.
It is.
He's trying to, rule with an iron fist, but it's okay for Governor Hochul to do it.
Donald Plump.
Yeah, sorry, Donald Plump. All right, the next one.
Look, Eric, it's an orange man.
Oh, dope.
These are 1 pound oranges.
Yeah. Wow, those are
It's
big
like a
oranges.
fucking pumpkin. But it's Donald Plump now.
Yeah, you ought to carve one. Yeah, all right. So
Yeah.
This Halloween, I'm doing a Donald Plump pumpkin on my porch.
Yeah. Hey, I get fired up, man. Sometimes I slip a little bit.
Bro.
Hey, it happens to the best of us, including.
Listen, rock out, buddy, rock out.
On day one, he says he will reassess our participation in NATO. Let's see here, and says that every European country needs to pay the United States for protection. Okay, so everybody's going on about how, including Joe Biden, says Donald Trump says he'll allow Putin to do whatever the hell he wants to do. That's not what Trump meant. Okay, what Trump meant. First of all, NATO. He's not making people who are in or countries who are in NATO pay the United States for protection. In the treaty, every single country has to pay 20% to the NATO organization, okay, to help each other out. But there are certain countries in this world, in NATO, who are not paying, as Joe Biden likes to say, their fair share and the 20%. So what Trump is saying is, if you're not paying what you're supposed to be paying, we're not going to back you like the treaty states. Because you're breaking that contract. You're not helping us in return. How much money have we sent to Ukraine without anything in return?
International cooperation.
First of all, and not only that, Ukraine's not a NATO country. So why are we sending them money? Why? Because Putin invaded? Putin didn't invade under Trump, first of all, by the way. He invaded under Joe Biden, and he also invaded Crimea under Barack Obama. So,
yep.
All right. So, again, tell me where I'm telling lies here. So if Trump wants them to pay help, he's not wrong on that. They should be paying their fair share, right? That's the way it's supposed to go. Okay.
You preach, brother. Because
all right, next, he will
You're hitting it.
He will restore the wonderful travel ban.
I'm having fun over here.
Yeah. He will also restore the wonderful travel ban for Muslims coming to America. Again, this is what the left does. Okay. The Don't Say Gay bill in Florida was the Parental Rights and Education Act. Had nothing to do with children being taught or the word gay being said in schools. Okay, the same thing goes here. There was never a Muslim travel ban. This was a ban against terrorist countries because they're on the terrorist watch list. So terrorism doesn't come to this country. Correct. It has nothing to do with their ethnicity, has nothing to do with their religion, none of that. It has to do with safety.
Correct.
Top, bottom, period.
Yes, he is, Aaron.
I like this.
Eric,
Yeah.
add to this, to what you're
Okay.
saying right now.
Go ahead. I need a breather anyway. Go on.
I had a friend who came to this country when I was in high school, and I'm still friends with to this day with. I'm not going to give his name out because amenity, but he was from Baghdad, and he was there during that time period, and his family moved to America for safety reasons.
Uh-huh.
That is what Eric, I think, is trying to get to is it's to save people, not to. Yeah, you got to be careful about this because some are not so, and they are for terrorist countries, like you said.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just for countries, and for anything. His family moved here to get away from that, and I think that's what a lot of the right wants to do is make sure that there's a fine line there.
Yeah.
And if anything, make our borders more secure, not stop them completely.
We've got a wide open border right now with God knows he's had what 7 million people have come in over the last 3 years under Joe Biden. It could be upwards of 20 million or so by the time that he's out of office, if he gets voted out of office. How many of those people are terrorists right now that are in this country? It only took 19 hijackers on 9/11 to kill 3,000 people.
Yeah.
We have no idea
But listen,
how many people are here right now.
I'm going to say his first name because good luck. But Yusuf was from Morocco, Muslim.
Yeah.
He used to work with us.
We talked. Yeah. He was my boss. He respect, my God. He respected the
most friendly people you ever meet too, Miranda, isn't it?
And yes, I still talk to him.
Yeah, great family.
And he would talk about things and stuff, and it's just like,
yes.
I mean, no one on the right, including Trump, is saying, "Don't come here." We're saying, "Come here legally." Now, granted, process is long. Absolutely, I understand, but at the same time,
because then you have somebody like Carlton. Yeah, it took him over 5 years to get his kids here, and I
feel bad for him.
But he did it the right way too.
You're right.
They need to fix that process, though.
You're right, Brandon. He did it the right way.
And that takes both left and right to come together to do that. But they're too busy bickering and fighting to do that. So I absolutely agree with that. That needs to change, no doubt about it. All right, let's move on to the next thing here.
Next topic.
The next thing she says is he will build freedom cities. This is 10 new cities built on federal land. He will award them to areas with the best developmental proposals, and he will prioritize moving young families to these freedom cities. Now, this one, admittedly, I didn't know a whole lot about this one until I saw this video, okay? And even then, I'm still a little fuzzy on it, so bear with me on this one.
So,
he's got a video out on his – he's got a video out talking about it. It's Agenda 47. And he does want to build new cities to bring new technology.
Right. That's the way I understood it. It's not about
we need that.
They're making it sound like it's some
lockdowns in 15-minute cities.
Or they some people and the globalists want to do that sort of thing to where you're not allowed to go anywhere. But this sounds more like opportunity to me to further America to become innovators again, like we once were, like when we, went to space and things like that. It's not about, it's about developing newer cities so these people can do these sort of things. And that's only going to be good for the country.
The Industrial Revolution.
Thank you. Yeah.
Legitimately, this would provide homes, jobs for a lot of people. And then the fact that he wants young families there to help develop these cities. Yes.
Yeah. But what about the entertainment factor? There is so much new shit coming. But the left doesn't want it. They don't want the new technology. They don't want us to succeed. They don't want to work.
They want to stay put.
They want everything handed to them. I just left a place that pays $16 an hour for anybody to work there. Whether you have experience, whether you were in prison for rape, you can get a job there. But the problem with that is they don't ever give you a raise either. So they keep you at $16 an hour. You don't ever make enough money to get out of the halfway house. You don't ever make enough money to get on your feet. And I watched this woman struggle for the entire time I was there because she wanted to get out, but her background kept her from doing anything better. But PTS is keeping her from even
growing
as a person. So Democrat and welfare system, they feed you just enough.
Yeah, just enough to keep you,
it's
for lack of a better term, enslaved.
Pretty much dependent.
Yep.
The Democrats have, whether they won't tell you this because that doesn't go well for them now, but they'll claim they're the anti-slavery party. They're not. They're the party of the KKK. They say that there was a big switch back in the day. Never happened. Never happened. They want to keep you. Nope. Why do you think they're bringing all these, illegals in here? They want cheap labor. I mean, not to mention, expand the consensus or the census. That way, these places are more, electoral votes for Democrats. They want to ship them to different places so they'll never lose power. That's what it's all about.
Yep. It's a power thing.
Yeah, basically. All right. She says he also wants to kill all electric vehicles and electric vehicle legislation.
I don't know how I feel.
I don't know that that's true, though.
I don't think that's true, though.
Because in his speeches, he said he'll rag on electric vehicles, but he'll say, drive them if you want to. Drive them if you
that's
trust
the thing.
them.
It's about
But
about
I can
choice.
go further in my diesel. Or
the left is all about choice, right? But here's the thing: the left wants to completely take away the option of the gas car, completely, especially when the
gas
technology,
stove.
Yeah, the gas stove. The technology is not there yet to completely do away with gas or natural gas.
And I don't think it ever will be.
Or fossil fuels.
I mean, there's nothing inherently wrong with that if you get to a point to where it's sustainable. Right now, we don't have the charging stations, which I know Joe's pushing for, but there's all sorts of things. You just can't up and just replace it immediately. It's going to take time. It's not there yet.
But even the solar panels would, we'd have to, if we were going all electric, we'd have to go solar. Elon Musk wants to put solar panels in space. That way they're charging all the time. But until he does that, how could we sustain? We can't even keep Texas on in the summer.
Yeah.
Or California.
No, they got rolling. Yeah, I was going to say rolling blackouts in California all the time.
Yeah.
They can't keep the lights on a lot of these places. And they want to keep our cars charged, which, by the way, it takes way too long. There's, like I said, if I want to go visit family that's 9 hours away, 9 hours away, 600 miles. You tell me I got to stop to charge for an hour and a half every few hundred miles because the car won't go more than 2 hours or 3 hours at a time. Sorry, we're not there yet. We're just not. Not to mention, good luck trying to heat your home if the electricity goes out.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't. Not to mention every bit of clothing you're probably wearing. Guess what? Fossil fuels.
Yep.
We can't it's unrealistic. This is why when Biden talks about it in the State of the Union last year, especially, he was laughed at by the Republicans because they know it's not possible right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice to have dreams. All right. Apparently, he's also seeking to replace the EV or the e-cars with the development of a flying car. Now, okay, again, nice to have dreams, I guess. We can do it. Maybe. We've been talking about this for years now.
I think it's realistic.
Maybe.
I mean, it'd be dope, though. Listen, go ahead.
Whatever.
Hold on. We just bitched about pilots getting pilot license just because they're black. Like, how are we going to regulate flying cars?
I mean, not to mention what happens when they run out of gas. They just going to drop like a rock.
Maybe
there are things that have to be
maybe 4 years down the road.
It'd be sweet to do a donut
get bullet
in a flying
trains
car.
first.
I mean, I'm still waiting on my hover skateboard from Back to the Future.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you on that, Miranda. I would take bullet trains and faster flights. You know what I mean? Like, I
won't get on a plane.
Over flying cars.
That's me
first.
Yeah, with planes that have duct tape and wheels falling off and doors flying off. You couldn't pay me right now to get on a plane.
What if it was a company that had flying cars that you could rent or whatever? They
like
were
a luxury
GPS.
thing. Yeah.
Meet the
Not really
Robinsons.
luxury. Well, I guess it would be luxury because
like like a limo service or like a party bus deal. You know what I'm saying? but the added novelty of
Remember
like
on
a
the
hover car or
Jetsons where
some
they
shit.
all just kind of went
Yeah.
on a
Yeah.
thing and
Viewers
Well, and then a lot of
watching
people
the
were kind of
Robinsons.
making fun of Trump, talking about, oh, it's the Jetsons. I mean, again, who knows if this is attainable? But again, it's all about the innovation stuff of it. We were talking about a second ago. It's trying to
and-
push the envelope. That's what America has always done. There's nothing wrong with that.
Take
It's
the
just like
next
at the same
step.
time, like you in going for this flying car idea, you might come up with a better, e-car or more sufficient like hybrid car that suits both. You know what I mean? Like
Innovation.
innovation comes discovery.
Yeah. But look how she
It's
tries
the
to
other
kind
way
of
around.
she tries to poo-poo this idea. He believes that he could create a car that vertically takes off.
Okay.
We did with the jet.
I bet they once scoffed NASA for trying to put a rocket in space too.
That's okay.
But I'm saying it's not impossible. We did
No,
it
it's
with
not
the jet.
impossible.
The Harrier jet does it.
Do we know now? No.
Lifts off vertically.
we probably already have the technology. We listened to the damn. I don't remember what it's called now.
We got it from the
We're-
aliens, so
Look,
you
we
know.
are four
Yeah, we
fifths away
probably
this
did.
week.
Yeah.
Drones do it.
I
Drones
joke, but
lift up off the ground.
We can go into that
Yeah.
subject too. I wish my mom's got a really bad cough, and she can't.
Oh
like,
no.
it's
Poor
stupid.
Debbie.
And I
she
listened.
feels
It's funny.
better.
I listened to Tony
Yeah.
Katz the other day, and
Bless her
apparently
heart.
once a week they play COVID, cold, or allergies. Because
Okay.
since the middle of December, somebody in the office has been sick, coughing, sneezing, whatever. Well, she's had this cough for like 2 months,
Mm-hmm.
and
Wake up, Matt.
so she hasn't been on. But I want her to be able
I
to
know,
come
I'm
on
over
and
here
talk
sleeping.
about this shit too.
Yeah, we'll have to have
Yeah,
her on for sure.
there's some really cool stuff that she's listened to that I've listened to. It's pretty dope, and it would be cool
All
to see.
All right, let's see what else she says.
And there's
here.
also, hey, while we're hold
ahead.
on 1 second, while I'm thinking about it,
Okay.
please. America Unearthed, is that the TV show that she watched?
I think so. Yeah,
It's on Prime, I believe, and it's a series I think we should all kind of check out.
yeah.
All right.
She says he will also remove all the limits on American natural gas exports. See if there's anything else.
Okay.
And drill, baby, drill.
Cool.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Money.
So
Why
make
not?
more
I
money.
remember Panama.
Yeah.
I mean,
I remember reading about the Panama Canal when I was in like elementary school, and the people of Panama get lots and lots of
still there?
tax breaks and stuff.
Okay,
Hello?
you guys are still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It's
Uh oh. Eric's freezing.
It got crashing.
Eric's freezing up.
Are we still here?
Yeah. We're good.
Yeah, you're still here.
He is. Oh man, that's a goofy smile.
Eric got canceled.
They good. Hey, I'm here. Y'all here?
Yeah.
I think the FBI is watching.
Oh,
Eric got canceled.
shut him down.
Canceled.
Mm.
No, I think it's
That's funny.
literally-
His internet froze, probably.
Yeah.
Well, that means we're not doing much because he's got the engine.
Yeah, he's got to.
Yeah, he's got the engine.
So we're all gonna die.
We're in limbo now.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. This isn't good.
We're in purgatory, guys.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh.
All right. Yeah, you're still frozen a little bit here. Okay. Yes.
Are we back?
Yes, I can hear all
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Apparently the government didn't like that.
No, they did not.
Down, boss.
Well, guess what? As long as the internet holds out, I'm going to go back to it.
Okay, cool. I'm
He said,
for it.
pull it back up, boss.
I gotta find it again. There wasn't much left of that video anyway,
He is
but
not finished.
Bottom line
I just
is-
want to be thorough and get. I mean, if I have to edit it later,
The
that's
bottom
well,
line
I'll be
is,
right
you're gonna spew crap like that. Fact check first of all. Second of all, try not to be. Have an open
No, man.
mind.
You know,
okay. Here we go.
Have an open mind, Brandon. That's all.
I-
That's all I
yeah,
say about
like-
people like that. Have an open mind.
again, innovation's innovation, and I'm here
I mean,
for it. You know what I mean?
I'm a right dude, and I don't shove it in people's face.
I would
Right.
love for it to be a future like in some of the stuff in Back to the Future. You
Yeah.
remember the scene where they made that pizza, that little pill? You just put
Yeah.
it in the microwave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope.
Like Star Wars when she bakes the muffin and it turns
Yeah.
into like a giant. Yeah, that'd be freaking cool.
That would
But
be
if we
neat. Wouldn't it?
yeah, we shit on all these ideas of people. Like, wait,
And maybe we shouldn't.
we shouldn't. I think we should. You know, those are the people that make this country. You know, these innovators,
Yes.
these dreamers, so to speak. Like, I guess I could use a word they use a lot, dreamers. But yet, we shit on them. You know,
Walt
if
Disney.
if he wants to install these freedom
Well,
cities
Some people don't like
and
him
stuff
anymore either, baby. But
Well,
that are
that's
giving
what he
people
did.
the opportunity to do shit like that, why would you shit on that? You know what I'm saying?
It-
Like, I think that'd be dope.
he dreamed of having a theme park like that, and look at it now.
I
The
mean,
theme park is one of the most successful theme parks in the world. I may not always agree with what Disney's doing, pulling out right nowadays, but I'm just saying that that's that.
all right.
They
Now we got this.
innovated.
Now we got this back up. I'll go ahead and continue until Miranda gets back.
All right.
He said, "Drill, baby, drill." Again, nothing wrong with that. Like I
Nope.
said, and drill oil domestically. Okay, so again, what's wrong with being energy independent?
Yeah, hold on, Eric. I have a question about that.
Okay,
What is
We'll try
wrong
to
with
answer.
that? Like,
nothing.
why wouldn't you want that?
Why would you want to rely on another country when you have the
Exactly.
ability to sustain yourself?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it sounds like it's used to, make certain people rich, and that's about all it's good for. Or I don't
Launder
know.
money and stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think is happening in Ukraine right now.
Lazy.
Look, I mean, I know there's a lot of people who feel like that war doesn't even exist. I feel like I'm not sure the war. I think the war definitely is happening over there, but it is awful strange, at least to me, at the very least, that you don't see any footage of it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The first month or two when it happened, absolutely. But the last, how long has it been now? A year and a half?
Are you talking
I
about
don't know.
Ukraine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you don't see nothing
Oh.
about it.
Nothing. No.
What
no,
I want to
no,
know is
That's strange.
how is Zelensky buying 2 yachts and a mansion in Miami? Where is he getting all that money from?
Yeah, don't
Where
he got
is
a
Joe
country to
Biden
fight
and all
for?
these Joe Biden and all these politicians who make like what, a couple $100,000 a year, and yet they're clearing millions and millions of dollars?
If our president's only making what, 400 grand a year, Zelensky can't be making that much in Ukraine.
Yeah. Not only
Not
that,
enough to afford yachts.
people tend to forget this too. Donald Trump was the only president to refuse to take a salary. He gave it away to, I believe, a charity, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he did.
And he lost money while in office. He
I
did
remember-
not make a profit. So go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I remember one person, and this is the only one I know, and he gave one check to Linda McMahon. And I think she still works for him. I hope she's all right through all this stupid shit with Vince.
Yeah, well, her and Vince ain't been together for a long time, so it sounds
Yeah.
like she got away from that situation.
But
thank God.
if
They're
he's
still technically
involved
married,
in that
but-
stuff,
Yeah.
if he's involved in that shit, then
Yeah. Good riddance.
So let's see. She also went on to say he will impose a tariff on up to 60% of Chinese imports. Again,
It worked out well the first time.
I mean, also America first. Okay. Do you want China to get stronger? And I mean, they are like our biggest enemy in the world. I mean, forget Putin. I mean, forget Iran. I mean, China is the one that would probably challenge us the most when it comes to a military fight.
For sure.
No doubt about it. I mean,
yeah.
nuclear arsenal, maybe.
Well,
Okay, you could argue that one, but
I have another question.
uh-huh.
What's wrong with the whole America First phrase or
Nothing.
slogan?
But it sounds like oh, well, how dare us be selfish? How dare us? But
Why
we're
can't we be
giving so
selfish
much.
for once?
Why can't we have something for ourselves? This
Why
is
can't we be selfish?
these politicians do represent us, don't they? I mean, but yet we're giving
Rare
everything away.
earth minerals.
Why can't
Matt,
we be
Matt
selfish?
mentioned a serviceman who went to Baghdad a while ago.
No, he wasn't a serviceman. He was a student I went to school with, and he got away from that.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah,
Joe Biden wants to give all these free homes to illegals, put them in hotels, give them credit cards, money, clothes, food.
I
all
have
this
a
stuff.
video
But
on Twitter. Well, if you want to after this, if not, we'll save it. Speaking of hotels in California, James O'Keefe from OMG.
Trying to bring up the limit or bring it up here. But anyway.
James O'Keefe from OMG, which was Project Veritas before they kicked him out, is exposing this shit. And there's human trafficking going on at these hotels, illegals.
Of all
yeah,
kinds.
he's got a new video up that's really
But my
interesting.
point was,
and there's
my point was,
Good.
he wants to give all this stuff to the illegals and all this stuff, but yet we have homeless running rampant. You could put them people in the what about the veterans? When was the last time you did anything for them? They literally put themselves on the line for this country, and you're putting people who even belong in this country legally ahead of them. No wonder your recruitment numbers are way down.
Your sister.
I never understood that. Why not take these, closed?
All right, fair enough. My singing is pretty bad.
These closed, like apartments and schools and stuff that they turn into apartments and old hospitals and shit. Why not renovate these places and provide shelters for the homeless?
You know
Why not
Miranda,
give
that's-
incentives for cities?
because that would
That's not a bad idea.
go against their agenda. Remember, they don't want to make anybody better.
No,
The
they don't
ones
care
that
about
want
us.
to work, they'll give them just enough. The ones that don't want to work, they'll give them just enough to keep them happy too.
So
The
y'all are upset
homeless.
you're not making any money? Well, guess who's doing it to you? People you keep voting
Yeah.
for. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why Trump was so popular. He's not a member of the establishment and the government. Okay, he's an outsider. Why do you think they hate them so? They hate him so much because he's not one of them. He can't be bribed. He's got money. So
yeah,
this
he
is
does.
why.
He works his ass off. He doesn't. He's worked his ass off ever since he could. Ever since he was a child, he was trying.
He's
to
a businessman.
They hate him because he's self-made.
Yeah, he's just
a
like
businessman.
Elon Musk. Elon Musk is fucking crazy. My mom thinks he's from Mars, and I kind of think he is too. Maybe not
Not.
physically,
But he's a businessman.
but listen, shut up, Matt.
Well,
Touche, sis. You're right.
I'm going to tell you a quick little. What if, like, Mars used to be inhabited, and Elon is a lost soul from Mars?
Hey,
Because, like,
but
this man is too smart to be from Earth.
Yeah. I
'Cause
mean,
he's-
it's pretty telling. Well, I don't know if I go by believe all that, but
Yeah,
but
that's
it's telling that the guy who was literally trying to allow free speech on a platform that was suppressed for a lot of years is now the one getting attacked by the left. What does that tell you? I mean,
Yeah.
I thought we were founded on freedom of speech. Left
And you
wants
know,
to be about American
he's got
values.
children. He's got children with some pretty crazy women. One of his, like, a couple of his kids, maybe, I don't know how many, are transgender. X is like his protege. Like, I don't think he'll ever leave that kid alone with anybody.
I mean, I don't know much about his personal life, nor do I really care.
Yeah.
Well, I started to read his
that
book.
though.
I
that
mean,
book
I
was
care
solid.
to know, I guess. But
Yeah,
I just know it's his business.
If you listen to audiobooks, I'd listen to it because it's crazy.
That's why
That's
everybody
a
goes on
wild
about.
story.
That's why when everybody goes on about Trump and his, supposed, sexual escapades or whatever it might be, at the end of the day, it doesn't affect me. Okay.
Yeah.
What affects
Yeah.
me is what he does
You know
and
what?
does with his policies and his actions.
All
in
the
office.
men,
That's all that matters to me.
all the men that whine about Trump's sex life are jealous that they didn't have one.
Well,
And the women would be mad that he would tell them to their faces that they're not his type.
Yeah. Or, I mean, they want to say, oh, well, Trump said, I want to grab women by the P word, but yet they completely ignore all the children that Biden's sniffing, or the fact that his own daughter come out in her own diary and said that he showered with her. They completely ignore that, but it's perfect. All right. Sorry. All right, let's move on to the next bit here. Just
No, it was Aaron's comment.
Oh, what did he say?
Aaron's comment.
I didn't see it. I don't see it. Where is it? What did he say? It's not on here.
It popped up on Facebook.
Oh, that's
What
why.
did he say?
He said the boy. Hold on. Melina said the boy. Hold on, I can't find it.
Is this on? Okay. My Facebook comments should be coming through.
It's
not.
it's on. Oh, it's on the Dragon Den.
Oh, that might be why. We got to get that synced. We'll figure it out.
Melina said that boy on the screen is fat. I'm not sure which boy.
He's referring to me.
Well, it could be. I mean, me. I mean, I don't know.
I'll take one for the team.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to get into all that here.
Wow.
But anyway, let's continue to see what this person
Yeah,
says.
okay, let's finish
Well,
this up.
kids say the darndest things.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Went on to say he will extend the 2017 tax cuts and drop the corporate tax rate from 21% to 15%.
I want to hear Miranda's take on this one.
All right. Everybody wants to say the 2017 tax cuts did not help the middle class. I don't know about you, but I've made more money under the Trump years than I ever did under Joe Biden right now. My rent's gone up.
I commented
a lot
on this bitch's video, and I said I bought a house, and my interest rate is 5.2%, and my car interest rate is 4.1%, and that was under Trump. So I looked if I could refinance now, and it was like 6.7%. Why would I refinance?
But I know, and I know Joe Biden loves to talk about how we need the corporations to pay their fair share. They're not paying any taxes. Actually, they are paying taxes. Joe just likes to say they're not, but they are. They may not be paying what he wants them to pay.
Oh, the person in the video.
But he is. But they are paying.
Oh.
Not to mention, if he raises the corporate tax rate, like Joe Biden says he wants to do in his speech, they say he wants to raise this corporate tax rate to 28%. If they do that, regardless of whether you like this fact or not, companies are going to make their profit no matter what. You can't change it; it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going to happen when
and no jobs?
When you raise the corporate tax rate, what happens is everything that you now buy costs more because they have to accommodate and fluctuate. To pay their taxes. Okay, so this is just
the lucky people that get to keep their jobs are now going to get worked to death.
Yep.
It sounds bad to not tax the corporations as much, but by taxing them less, lowering it to 15%, I know that Joe Biden hates the trickle down effect, but that's what it is. When corporations don't pay as much taxes, they can pay their people wages better. And then also lower the cost of their products, so we all have more money.
But it's the overtime rate, because now you're getting worked to death because they fired all the other people that they don't need. Now you're in a new tax bracket, so now you're paying more taxes.
Yeah. Not to mention under Joe Biden's plan, for the last 3 years, I've owed on my federal taxes. I've never once owed in my life. Now I don't even get a refund. So maybe there's a correlation there. Just saying. All right.
And then most of these companies, if you do raise the taxes, they'll just move the company. So then what?
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. You raise the corporate tax rate, they're just going to go to another country. Joe wants to talk about bringing jobs back here. That's not going to work. Not with they're just going to say, well, it's too expensive here. We're going elsewhere. Why do you think all these jobs came back under Trump? They did. I mean, look it up. All right. Next up here, he said he will push Congress to pass legislation that would give every American, I believe, the ability to conceal carry. Yeah, because the more people with law-abiding citizens with guns, the safer we are, and we can defend ourselves against these lunatics who are going to get guns, whether there's gun laws for them or not. They're going to break the law. If you put more laws up there, they're still going to find a way to get them. So it's not going to do the job. I know it's scary. I get it. And nobody wants anybody to get killed or shot. I understand. But you're not thinking logically about this. You're not.
I feel safer with people that can carry.
Not only that, You got to understand. I know Joe Biden is claiming he doesn't want to take anybody's guns, and the Democrats claim there's certain guns that'll shoot 800 rounds in a minute. First of all, that's false. Okay, it doesn't exist.
That's
if it does, I want one. Okay, but it doesn't exist. Then second of all, I mean, it's just I'm about to run out of gas. Where was I going with
No,
this?
brother.
No, you had it. It's there.
Universal background checks. I hate to tell you, they already exist.
Yeah.
You can't go try and buy. People who are criminals are going to get guns. It's going to be easy for them no matter what. They're going to.
But not they don't get them the way we get them.
No, but the general public, you go to a gun shop. Hell, go to what was it?
A gun show.
Gun show. You still got to go through it just to get the gun.
And there's no way to stop them.
No, but they act like this doesn't already exist. It does. It may not always be enforced. That could be an argument, but then you got to enforce the current laws, just like at our border. Okay, so
okay, I tried to do this without interrupting, but I got a notification that YouTube rejected my comment.
Okay.
I don't know.
Cool.
I was going to ask Brandon, should we mention to Eric now that we can go to the gun range and shoot the 50 caliber?
Oh yeah,
that could be fun.
Yeah, the one.
Yeah.
You remember the gun store we went to?
50 caliber.
That American Arms spot we went up to, right by Cars Farm Park. They used to be over there. Well, anyway, they moved.
Okay.
To
out by Johnny's Junction, out that way.
And apparently they got a big 50 cal that you can shoot up there. So we're trying to go up there and let off a couple rounds on that. You in?
Yeah, I'm definitely in for that. You kid?
I want to Matt do it, see if it moves.
I need to get
Nah, I'm not gonna do that because
we'll do
me on the floor.
Do what?
Well, no, it won't. We'll do it safely, jackass.
Yeah. They're not gonna let you do it unsafe.
Or you can. Hey, all right. Is my gun more your speed, my little 380?
No, I ain't gonna shoot that little mini cricket.
Although it still might knock him on his ass.
Do you want the?
I'm just making
you
a
want the
joke.
BB gun?
Miranda, God,
we're playing with it, bro.
I don't want.
Do you want the BB gun?
Hey, I'm for gun control over here, so I'm saying I think people should carry guns.
Now, this whole
I know, Matt. I'm just saying.
Talking about he's going to restrict legislation that will seek to inhibit people's ability to own guns. No, he's not doing that.
No, that's not going to happen.
These people, But anyway, I mean, because again, there's already restrictions in place. Let's see here. He will demand that Europe pay back all the money we gave to Ukraine. And they shouldn't have got it to begin with. It's not our fight. Again, they're not a NATO country.
I told you that. I told you that when this first came up. I said, why are we there? That's not my problem.
Yeah,
what
y'all
got going on is what y'all got going on.
Yep.
I mean, nobody wants anybody.
Yeah, like what about the tribes that still fight each other and the African countries that kill each other? Why do we only care about certain places?
Well, especially Ukraine, where we've actually got evidence that Joe Biden's son has had business dealings with Ukraine. We've got the receipts to prove that, but yet everybody wants to wonder why we keep giving money to Ukraine. It's like something ain't right there. Again, when was the last time you saw footage of this war?
It just seems fishy.
I mean, something ain't right about it. I mean, I'm
fishy.
I mean, again, everybody wants to say, well, Putin won't stop at Ukraine. Putin's fighting against Ukraine because he's afraid that Ukraine's going to go get into NATO. He wants as far away from the NATO countries as possible. That's why he's trying to take the area. That way they don't become a NATO country. If Ukraine becomes a NATO country, which is what the United States and Europe want, it's World War III. And any of you people who've got young children, and I know Brandon and Miranda do, so I pray that this never comes.
Oh, they already know all about what's coming because we listen to it all day long.
With the recruitment numbers down because of reasons we mentioned earlier, they are going to have to probably reinstitute the draft. If you've got a child who's pushing the age of 18, they're going to be the first one on the front lines to go die for this country. You need to really consider that when you vote this fall.
I'm pretty sure that's why Jaden wants to start working out.
Well, it's probably not going to be a bad idea. Like I said, I pray to God that doesn't happen. But we're sitting on a powder keg right now when it becomes from Gaza, to Israel, to Russia. We got North Korea, all these countries. If it pops off,
he wants to put a port in Gaza.
Yeah, which is another thing that we're going to get into in just a second. But yeah, that doesn't help anyone, I don't think. With our taxpayer dollars,
our tax part.
He will use all the money to recruit that he was going to use for what was it now? I just passed it.
And then,
from Ukraine to recruit for the American military. Yeah, because our military is probably garbage right now. How much military arms and equipment have we sent over to Ukraine?
How much do we leave over in Afghanistan?
If a country were to invade us right now, which would be hard to do based on our location, luckily.
Great point, Brandon.
I mean, what would we have left?
What about the vaccine? How many of them got discharged because of the vaccine?
Or
because
didn't take it
and they didn't take it.
Yeah.
That's
or
what I'm saying.
got...
Like, I'm in a fight right now. I've got one of the highest viewed Twitter posts of mine right now over the vaccine because Tracy Deans wants to blame Trump for forcing her family to get the vaccine. It's like, we all have free will.
Trump didn't force anyone. It was Biden who tried to force people.
I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Sure, my job didn't force me to get it, but I was in tears the day I thought I was going to have to quit because I would not have gotten that fucking
Our
vaccine,
job was this
and
close
I
to
would have
forcing
quit
us.
Then. Yeah.
If it wasn't,
Like,
if it wasn't for the Supreme Court.
Well, if we would have been customer facing, going into the hospitals or working with the doctors, we would have been forced to get it or lose our job.
Yeah.
Even like customer service reps had to get it.
Yeah.
So
we were one Supreme Court decision away from having to walk away if we did not want it. But the left wants to say my body, my choice until it comes to the vaccine. Then it's your body, do what we tell you to do with it.
Some people just got it so they could travel. Well, if you didn't want to get it and now you're going to bitch about having or getting it, I'm sorry, but you had a choice.
All the early deaths that's going
Also,
on.
when it comes to my body, my choice, that argument doesn't hold much weight when it's no longer just your body anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
So
all right, exactly.
Let's move on. Let's see what else here. Goes on to say he will take billions and billions of dollars from private university endowments by taxing, finding, and suing the universities. He specifically names Harvard because these places are indoctrinating kids and not teaching them proper history and trying to teach them these woke ideologies, which is, again, antithetical to everything this country stands for. So he's doing the right thing and he's defending the Constitution here.
I want to ask about a fraternity. I didn't go to college, wasn't in no fraternity. There is a manager. If you guys think about it a little bit, you'll know. But I will not name names. But this person has it branded on their arm. The fraternity letters or whatever. And it's huge. Like, it looks nasty. Like, whatever it was big and hot. And I can't understand what kind of evil shit goes on in a fraternity that you have to get branded.
I mean, we literally just did a video that's currently up on the channel now where we saw little elementary school or young teenagers sucking toes of faculty members at the school.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Look up.
I gotta see this.
I'll send you the link later.
Okay.
But yeah, it was disgusting.
Yeah.
But
That's, that's disgusting.
And universities are based at this point. Colleges are a waste of money. All they're going to do is give you debt, which again we're going to talk about the college debt forgiveness here in a minute.
Yeah.
They're basically a waste of money and time at this point. You're better off going to a trade school where you're going to make more than enough money there than you would to ever be going to these college institutions at this point. And he wants to use this money to create an American Academy, which it will be free online college that will be free of wokeness that he will force employers to recognize as a bachelor's degree equivalent. First of all, force is a strong word.
What's wrong with that?
And not only that, these academies will be teaching the proper American history, not the one that they're trying to erase certain things that have ever happened or try to bend it to whatever ideology they want to put through. This is a good thing. It's teaching students the proper way, and it's going to be free college degree that you can use to get a job later. That's a good thing. Okay.
Yes, I can't wait.
Hopefully,
Nothing bad with that.
that's where this video is. That's the Trump agenda. Tell me where any of that, from what I understand, from a common sense point of view, is a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
But she tries to frame this. She inadvertently gives Trump a campaign ad here. Is what she did.
When I first seen it, I thought that's what I thought it was. I was like, oh, this is
Brandon's
satire.
like, that's
You know what I
satire,
mean?
right? But listen, there's another TikTok that I've seen that they are paying influencers to rebrand themselves into DNC operatives and make these videos to their following to do this.
Yeah.
Like, she couldn't even say anything bad about the Trump agenda. It was just her tone. Because she's just going to read Biden's.
Do you know who Harry Sisson is? The Krasensteins? They're all paid by the DNC to be political influencers online. They won't say a bad thing about Biden. All they do is bash Trump, and they'll flat out lie to you about what they consider are facts, which they're really not.
Yeah.
So that's what they're paid to do.
I've actually blocked them because I've just been. There's another account that has pictures of Trump in the way he stands. They can, they're trying to make him be the one that's got dementia.
Be the one who's got a mental issue. That's why he stands that way. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, they're so demented.
Take your personal bias out of it. Okay. Stop listening to your own mind. Oh, the orange man bad. Listen to what the man says. Listen to what he wants to do. Listen to what he has done. Okay. Yeah. Listen to the Donald Plump over there. Okay. Just listen to what he says and stop just dismissing everything he says because he's the one who's saying it. Okay.
Her eyebrows are killing me,
and stop accepting the fact that everything Joe Biden says is absolutely correct because he's not Trump. That's the biggest problem we have right now.
That is some awesome hair.
The eyebrows
look at that. But look at the hair.
They do look painted on.
He reminds me of Brandon, like not totally. She reminds me of a cross between two people.
I know who you're thinking about, and I thought the same thing, and I didn't want to say nothing.
Okay, so this video here to kind of try to wrap up this video.
I swear to God,
is the
Joe
Biden. This is the Joe Biden agenda. Now, some of this he mentioned some of this during his State of the Union speech, but let's listen to what some of his steps are, and we'll discuss those a little bit one by one. Too.
Yesterday, I told you about Agenda 47. It's the first 15 promises that Trump has made for him is going to look like. And a lot of folks wanted to know what Biden's promises are. Well, tonight is State of the Union. It starts at 9 p.m. And it's where Biden will go over the promises he kept in his first term and the promises he is making for his second term. But here's the first 15.
Okay.
He promises to eliminate $20 billion in junk fees.
Okay, junk fees. First of all.
Holy crap.
Of all, no, don't get me wrong. Junk fees, okay. I don't think it's as big as a problem he's making it out to be. First of all,
I can't do this.
Second of all,
so funny.
This is the most minor issue in the grand scheme of everything that's going
I have
on
a
in the
theory
world right now. Okay,
I have a theory. Okay, you guys, Garrett, you've heard me talk about Q. Okay,
yes.
Yeah,
little bit. I'm not going to go into Q, and I'm not going to get all like conspiracy theory on you. But
that's okay.
Q often said that we are watching a movie. They have it all. They're in control. Whatever. When I see stupid little shit like this, I think, okay, they're sitting at a table and they're like, okay, let's give Biden something decent, just to give him a little bit to run on. Let's get rid of these damn junk fees. We go to resorts all the time. I don't want to pay them either. So let's get rid of junk fees. So they're going to let Biden get rid of junk fees.
Don't get me wrong.
And that's about it.
It would help a little. Don't get me wrong. Okay, as he always says, it'll put a little extra food on the table. Okay, but again, this is a minor issue when it comes to.
Well, listen. I mean, it helped a lot because we're trying to plan a trip to Vegas. I want this to happen.
Yeah.
The resort fees are like stupid. We don't need to pay them.
No.
So
I mean,
anyway,
if you would actually do it, is one thing too.
But that's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It's you don't have to announce this though. You can just do it. You know what I mean?
Well, not only that, he's announcing this stuff now.
This shouldn't be a talking point for you to be reelected.
The criticism he got from the union speech last night was the fact that he's promising all this stuff for if he gets reelected. You're in office now, pal. You can do it now.
Do it now.
True.
Fuck.
Okay.
You can get that done tomorrow, bro.
Like the border, you have the ability to close the border now. You don't need a new law. All right.
Fees going forward.
Yeah.
Pay $90 billion in junk fees every year, including on live ticketed events,
Okay.
internet, cable, apartment rentals, banking fees, dealer fees. All of that would be done for.
So
this kind of goes back to the we're getting I'm getting 7 chips instead of 9 chips in my bag of chips now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The chips are smaller. The bags are smaller. The bags and bottles of Gatorade have always had smaller bottles, right? It's not
Yes.
because of shrinkflation.
It's also too though. I will say
Less
though,
is
I don't give a
more.
fuck, nobody says Big Macs have shrunk over the years. Okay, they're not Big Macs no more.
They're Little Macs,
They're
like
not.
from
Yeah,
Punch Out.
they're like
Mike
Little
Punch and
Macs.
Punch Out.
Ow.
They small. Brandon's right. They small.
So bring that back.
I mean, yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just feel like
And
this is
listen-
trivial. But
So one of the people I worked with got a chicken sandwich the other day for, I think they were driving, and her husband got the chicken, and he took a
God.
bite, and he was like, "Babe, this isn't chicken."
no,
Problem
I'm to the
was,
point where I
it
don't even
wasn't
wanna eat out
fish
sometimes.
either.
Don't
Mystery
know
meat.
what
It
the
wasn't
fuck.
fish either. It was like flaky. She said,
Well,
"I don't know what
was it?
Mystery meat."
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh my
To improve
gosh.
rural
They
I
want
know,
us
like-
eating plant based, so
and reduce the price of internet.
okay, reducing the price of the internet and improving Wi-Fi in rural
Okay.
areas. Okay, again, I got no problem with that.
But this isn't
But-
something you should be running on though.
Right? It feels like that he's running on this because everything else that he's tried to run on or has implemented has failed, and this is all he's got.
But
That's
what
I'm
is
saying. It's
what
like-
does that have to do with anything important?
That's what I mean. It's like the situation of like when you're, if you're an older child, right, and you got like a sibling, and you want to go out, but your mom's like, you gotta take your brother with you, or you gotta take your sister with you. You're like, fine, whatever. So you take them with you. They don't partake in the fun shit you're doing, but you give them some little shit like, here, play with this while we go over here and do this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm giving you something to occupy yourself with, but while I'm going to do all the fun shit. This is like Trump has these big ideas, new cities, blah blah blah. What can we do? I don't know. Get rid of junk fees. We'll fix the internet.
Yeah, people will see it in their pockets and they'll vote for me. Well, I would also see it in my pockets if I had higher wages and lower taxes too, but we can't do that. Even though he says we are. But again, are you feeling that right now? Does anybody else feel like they've got more money in their take-home pay? I mean, if you honestly think
only
that,
because he's been working more.
Yeah.
yeah,
You
not
know,
only that,
I mean-
he loves to tout how many jobs he's created. 15 million new jobs, which, by the way, most of those are jobs recovered from the pandemic. So he's only created like maybe 4, maybe 5 million at this point. The rest of them were recovered jobs. Not to mention the jobs he's actually created. How many of those are jobs that people have to take 2 or 3 jobs to pay for all this shit that they can't pay for because everything's so damn expensive because of his policies?
I still can't get over her hair.
Fucking
killing me, dude.
What the hell?
Her
What the hell
eyebrows.
is- what is
Yeah.
this doing? What does
I
it do
know.
with the hair?
I'm gonna
there?
try to get through so we ain't got to look at her anymore.
Okay.
Office, the Biden-Harris administration has invested more than $440 million to expand the capacity of the registered apprenticeship system. This system supports the education and training needs of more than 1 million apprentices across the country. They would do more of that. He would.
Okay, so I don't know. Maybe,
Why?
Trump literally had a TV show called The Apprentice.
Yeah.
well, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, I don't necessarily
Yeah.
think this is a bad thing or anything
Well,
like that.
But
Hey,
why?
this actually might be an okay one. I'm not going to lie to you. It might be all right.
Yeah. That's
Here's the
okay.
thing, though. Here's the thing. This is not something you should be campaigning on.
Brandon's right.
This is all still shit. If this is your goal here, this is all shit you could be doing right now, or you should have did day one.
Well, she's talking like he's already been doing it, and maybe he has, but it's just, I don't know. I just
If we
feel like
didn't hear
there's-
about it then, why the fuck we need to hear about it now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Would
He said-
veto a national abortion ban should it come to his desk.
Okay, that's fine. But here's the thing. This is one place I do disagree with Trump on just a little bit, okay? Everybody wants to say Republicans want to pass a national abortion ban. There may be some who do. Personally, as a pro-life person who believes life begins at conception, I'd be okay with it, personally. Now, Trump states that he wants a 16-week abortion ban. That to me is a little too long. But at the same time, that's Trump trying to play the middle of the road here because Biden wants to allow it all the way up, and Democrats in general want to allow it all the way up to the moment of birth. In some cases, even a little after. So this is Trump trying to be in the middle here, okay? So he's trying to negotiate and be a little bit in between. I understand why he's doing it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but at least I can respect it because he's trying to appease everyone with this one, okay? So that's just my piece on it, but I personally feel like a life is a life and it's not our place. And I understand there's mitigating circumstances like the woman that Biden brought out at the State of the Union who supposedly had to go to another state to get an abortion. From what I understand, her situation was actually still allowed in the state of Texas, I think, that she chose not to do it anyway. I don't know all the details on it. I have to look into it more, but there are certain times where they claim that they absolutely have to have an abortion. They don't, and sometimes just want to do it because they don't want the responsibility, and that's my problem with it. So, but anyway, I don't know. But what else we got here?
Congress to restore the right to privacy and the decriminalization of reproductive health care that we had
again. See, this is what the Democrats do. They twist words. Okay, they're trying to say this is reproductive health for women and their right to choose. That is not reproductive health. It's murder of a child. Okay, it is not your body anymore. It is your body and the baby's body. So it's not just one person's bodily autonomy no more. So they like to twist these words to make it sound like, Republicans are evil. They're trying to take away women's rights. It was, first of all, never a right to get an abortion. It never was. That's why it needs to be codified. So until it is, it's not. So yeah, again, they just love to twist things.
He would veto a gay marriage ban.
First he would Joe Biden would veto a gay marriage ban. Do you know who's for gay marriage and who was not for gay marriage? Donald Trump is for gay marriage. He always has been. Joe Biden, before he ran for president, was against gay marriage.
Yeah, and it was fine. The way the laws were fine.
Okay.
I can't comment on this.
But why did Joe Biden change? Because it benefited him politically.
Exactly.
Nobody, including Donald Trump, is calling for a ban of gay marriage. Okay? Plain and simple.
Jesus Christ.
Marriage be overturned.
That's what I said, Brandon.
28% corporate tax rate. And
we went over the corporate tax rate thing earlier.
Yep.
We would keep the tax reductions for the 19 million working Americans that qualified last year.
And we went, and not only that, we went over why that the tax actually were being reduced under Donald Trump. Also, Miranda, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Donald Trump propose that if you have children, you can get a $10,000? What was it? Was it $10,000 or was it $1,000? What was it? $10,000 in tax return.
It was $10,000 per homeschooled child.
Yeah, per homeschooled child. So yeah. So if you homeschool your children, you can get $10,000 per child on your taxes as a tax break.
Yeah, I hope I can get it for all of them for past fucking years because I've always I homeschooled before it was cool. Okay.
Yeah. So all you
I supported Trump before it was cool.
So all you Democrats and liberals,
you know what? As soon as he comes back, and it's all sunshine and rainbows, and the economy's booming, and all these people are eating fucking steaks with their tax breaks and shit. They're still gonna find something to complain about because they're not ever going to be happy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ever.
There's no
and those people
satisfaction with
won't be in my life.
Yeah.
Deny excessive tax breaks on executive compensation.
Well, again, we went over that a while ago too.
Tax on stock buybacks. He believes that this would discourage practices that prioritize shareholder gains.
They'll never be happy, Miranda.
Growth.
Yeah, I don't. Quadruple. What was that again? Let's listen to that one again because I didn't hear all that one.
He believes that this would discourage practices that prioritize.
Hold on, let's start it back here. He would deny
tax breaks on multi-million-dollar executive compensations and quadruple the tax on stock buybacks. He believes that this would discourage practices that prioritize shareholder gains over broader economic growth. He would maintain the.
Okay. Thoughts on that one? I'm a little fuzzy on that one.
Economics. Yes. Economics suck right now.
Thanks for contributing, Matt. Appreciate it.
This motherfucker. You should have just said monkey.
That's all you need to know. They suck. Okay.
I don't know.
Tax credit that has
been with their hair.
million children.
The child tax credit again. We just kind of went over the fact that
Mhm.
Biden or Trump was after actually offering homeschool kids for sure.
And this one, I think, is for the farmers. It says he will continue to support domestic fertilizer production. They've already given out $50 million in grants, but there is a total of $900 million in funding for the program. He will-
Again, in a part. Okay, go ahead.
If you didn't hear it, she goes, I think this is for the farmers.
Thanks for the farmers.
She
Yeah.
goes,
Well,
I think this one's for the farmers.
and again,
You
a
don't
lot
know
of the big.
what fertilizer's for?
Yeah, that's a good point. But again, the big argument with people on the left is by raising the corporate tax credit or by raising the corporate tax rate, it's to bring in more money for other things like, roads and bridges and things like that. Which again, if we didn't spend all this money in Ukraine, we would have that money already.
Mhm.
I mean, why do we have to continue to do this sort of thing to get that money when we already had it, but you guys are spending it? Which again, Joe Biden loves to also, brag about the fact that he lowered the deficit. He did not do that. He's also contributed to it as well.
Back to what Miranda was saying. These people think that food comes from the grocery store. It comes from a farm.
Yeah. I seen the thing about that
Yeah.
not too long ago. Those people, they were asking
without these
college
truckers-
kids, where does food come from? And they was like the grocery store. And it was like,
It comes from
how
agriculture,
did it
farming.
get there?
Which guess what?
In
Front big
mid-level countries.
Which guess what? Fossil fuels fuel them tractors that give you your food that you can purchase at the store.
Yep.
And I'm
Also
sorry,
fuel those
I hate to be
semi-trucks
that guy
deliver
too. I'm just going to say it. Climate does change, but it's not the existential threat that they're making it out to be.
No, it is not.
And I'm sorry, boo boo. Getting rid of your little SUV gas guzzler is not going to fix a hill of beans when it comes to this supposed issue. If Joe Biden and all these climate activists really gave a damn about the climate, they'd be preaching to China right now to stop doing their excessive, emissions.
What they're doing.
Their jets
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, they fly their jets to Davos every year at the World Economic Forum to try to discuss
And
how to rule everybody's lives, but yet they use all their fuel for that. So
real quick, they wouldn't have made hemp illegal. And then, sure, they're fighting for it now, but they made it illegal. And now they're trying to fight to change their own shit.
because they know it'll actually help people.
Yeah.
It will.
And you're
It
not spending
does.
money on big pharma. You're not spending money on the drugs.
Exactly.
Which
But
Joe apparently says.
it's legal enough. Did you know though? It's legal enough in Indiana where you can buy THCA products in Bloomington from a store, just like you could in Chicago or
Colorado.
or just across the border. It's
Well-
it's classified differently, but they're getting there.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to touch on that because
Well-
I am very pro THC product.
Right. Well, speaking of big pharma,
on pharmaceutical costs. Now, they already did this on
Mhm.
Medicaid and Medicare, were they able to cap the cost of insulin at $35, but there's a bunch more prescriptions that they could do that kind of negotiating on.
okay, two things on this. One, Trump already did that. And when Trump lowered the cost of insulin, Biden's first day in office rescinded that executive order. So then the cost of insulin went up. And so then Biden could lower the cost and cap it at $35 and then take credit.
Yes.
So-
Let me take credit for what.
Hold
Trump
on.
said.
Hold on. So I had heard this earlier, and so I was like, no shot. But that's what he did. He literally, it's like the equivalent of somebody copying your homework.
Mm-hmm.
See, you got a better grade. Took your paper, erased your name, and put their name over top of theirs, and then put
Yes,
their
sir.
name on the other one and turned it in.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
basically.
saying? Because he's taking credit for somebody else's work.
Yeah. Hey, I raised prices 200%, but I dropped it 30%, and then I'll take credit for that. It's still up 170% though, Jack. I mean, read the facts. That's what he likes to say, right? Also, he wants to say he wants to take on Big Pharma and cap all these prescriptions. Okay, cool. Big Pharma's evil, right? But yet you gave them, I don't know, countless amounts of money when you forced the vaccine on people. Yes, it was a free vaccine, but guess who made money off of it? It was pharma.
Yeah.
A whole lot of money off of it.
So
Yeah.
you can say it all you want, but your actions don't reflect your words. He would keep the Affordable Care Act. Of course, we went over earlier why
Keep
that's
the
not necessarily a
Affordable
good
Care
thing.
Act, which is now $800 less in premiums.
Think about that. $800 less in premiums. How much were people paying before?
Shit.
I mean, if he lowered them, great, but they're still paying.
I still feel like it's a
$800
load of
less?
horse shit.
Anyway,
year. He promised to continue to chip away at student debt. They have already canceled over $130 billion in student loans for millions of borrowers. So
okay.
That's horseshit.
He has Biden has not canceled debt. He has canceled it for some people who borrowed it. But here's the thing: that doesn't mean it's not going to get paid back. The taxpayers, you, me, who, by the way, I responsibly paid off all my student loans by myself.
Mine are too.
And people who've never had a college degree have to pay for somebody who's got a liberal arts degree or even a bigger degree like a doctorate, who never have to pay back their student loans, but people who can't afford to now have to because he's transferred that to other people. He's not canceled anything. So let's get it straight. But he likes to say, "Oh, I helped all these people get a little more breathing room." Yeah, you might have helped some people, and those people are going to vote for you anyway. But you hurt a lot of other people in the process. They don't like to talk about that. So when you got to pay a little bit more on your eggs and your bread and all this, more money's coming out of your check. Well, that's because he paid off student loans for some folks who were irresponsible and can't be trusted to do it themselves.
more of that. He's going to use the U.S. military to build a floating dock for humanitarian aid to get into the Gaza Strip.
Okay, again, there are innocent people in Gaza and Palestine. Okay, nobody wants to see anyone die. Okay, no. But when your leadership, who you have voted in, now granted there were some things like there's not been a vote in a long time and things like that. But when your country goes to war with Israel, there's going to be casualties. War is hell. Okay, that's just the way it is. Nobody likes it. But when you're giving these humanitarian aid to the people of Gaza, you know why the people of Gaza are not getting this humanitarian aid? Because their leaders in Hamas are making sure once it gets to Gaza, it does not go to them. It goes to the people in Hamas. So building a dock over there, all you're doing is giving aid and military stuff to the terrorist organization who caused all this to begin with.
Eric, you were preaching to the choir.
So how does this help? Outside of, again, using taxpayer money on a war that we have nothing involved with, and if we just let Israel finish the job. Okay, and here's the other. Okay, they're about to get into this too.
Also work to keep the doors open between
Israel and Palestine
about a
peace solution. Which, by the way, there will not be a peace solution between Hamas and Israel.
Ever.
The only acceptable terms for Hamas and that terrorist organization is the total and utmost eradication of the Jewish people. From river to the sea, Palestine will be free. That is literally what that means. There is no other acceptable outcome for them, and Israel knows that. That's why they feel That's why they feel like they have to take care of these people and get them off the face of the planet, or this war will only continue. By offering peace to these people, it will only cause more bloodshed.
It does not stop, and they will not stop.
No. So, and if we just take the chains off Israel, this will all be over sooner rather than later, and a lot less people will die because of it.
Yep.
Remember, the Republicans said that they want to make Gaza a parking lot. And lastly, border control. He says that if bipartisan legislation to protect the border passes, it would give him the right to immediately close the border.
A right that he already has on right now.
Hey, so you watched the State of the Union, right?
Yes, I did.
Do you remember when he brought this part up? Not only were the Republicans booing him, but there were some Democrats that also booed him the moment that came out of his mouth.
Because they know he loves to tout the fact that the reason why this bill isn't passed is because Trump is playing politics and he's trying to stop it because he knows it's good for him politically and he can't allow Biden to have a win. It's not got anything to do with that. The bill is garbage. The bill is trash. The reason why Trump is trying to put a stop to it is because it still allows 5,000 to 8,500 illegals to come in without any consequences before anything can be even done, before the president can even step in. That's why Joe wants to put this in. So when Trump, if he gets back into office, Trump is handcuffed at that point. He can't stop it until it hits a certain level. And 5,000 to 800 or 8,500 migrants a day is still way too many. It should be 0 unless you're coming through a port of entry that's legal. So you could say it's Trump playing politics all you want. It's Biden playing politics here.
Her eyebrows though.
Trump has no problem with this. If it was a solid bill, he's been preaching close the border now because he could do it. Biden on day one rescinded all of Trump's border policies like remain in Mexico and things like that. So when he could reverse it with the stroke of a pen, but he can't shut down the border now with the stroke of a pen. Biden's lying to you. That's what he's doing.
It would also fund the immediate hiring of 1,300 Border Patrol agents, 375 immigration judges, 1,000.
What good are all these positions if they're not allowed to take action until a certain point?
Cutting-edge inspection machines that can help detect
None.
fentanyl
There is no good.
border. I will be posting live during the State of the Union tonight. I will also have a wrap up.
And that's the end of her video. So we basically just debunked all of that. And you're welcome to look any of that up. It's common knowledge. You just got to follow the right people and look at the right places. I mean, if you're following MSNBC, CNN, The View, all these mainstream propagandists out there, you're not going to know any of this stuff because all they're going to do is, completely come to the aid of the Biden administration and lie to you to your face and not even think twice about it. They will sleep soundly at night. You've got to start looking at other places like X, YouTube. There's other places with dissenting voices that they're trying to silence. That's why Rumble is now a thing. True Social is now a thing because they've had to move.
You know what? TikTok is a thing.
Yeah,
Brayden and I have been talking. You've been talking about shorts more. We've been going for a really long time tonight.
Yeah, we're
all these shorts and stuff that are on TikTok or now on YouTube. We can get this information out there faster that way, I think. So while I love this, I want to get more of the shorts and sound bites, we'll call them, out there.
I mean,
and I'm trying. Attention span suck.
Well, it's because I follow this stuff daily, and it's because I want to be informed. And it's not because I'm obsessed or I'm a Trump cultist, or it's got nothing to do with that. That whole narrative is garbage.
No, it is.
I mean, if anything, the people on the left who abjectly believe all this propaganda, they're in the cult. If anything else, so it's like you want to throw that word around when you can't even look in the mirror.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Anyway, I try not to be very political on my channel, but with this podcast, and I know Miranda's got a show she's interested in doing, I think, and things like that, there will be times I get more political on here because obviously I'm passionate about it. But it's just because I don't like lying. I mean, as a Christian, I like the truth to be told. There is objective truth out there. It's not just about your feelings. Okay.
Hey,
at the end of the day,
if anybody has read my Substacks, I'm all about the truth.
Yeah.
Real bad. Like, the truth fucking hurts, but I want to know it.
And I'm tired. And to be honest, I'm tired of, to lack of a better term, pussyfooting around and not telling it like it is. Okay. Because there's too many people out there who was too afraid to say what's happening and just like, oh, well, I can't offend them. I don't want to do that. They'll get in trouble. No.
What about it, then? What's wrong?
It's time to stand up for what's right in this world. And we need more people to have the courage to do so. And, maybe I can do that a little bit if nothing else, but hey, man, I guess I don't know everything, but when I do see something, I want to point it out.
All you said this entire stream has been straight facts.
Well, I appreciate the support, and I hope there's other people out there who do feel the same way as I do.
I do.
But and I understand there's people who don't agree with me, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not trying to tell you how to believe.
Their fault.
I'm not trying to tell you you must believe the way I do.
No.
I'm not. I'm just telling you our opinion on it. And you can take it for what you will. That's the beauty of America. You have the absolute right to believe whatever you want to believe.
They can bash us and hate us all they want to. That's their opinion.
This is my channel, their Rumble, whatever it is. As long as they give me free reign to go, I'm going to go to. So, is that about all we want to talk about tonight? We have gone a little long this evening.
Yeah,
I don't know if Miranda had anything else or not, but
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, other than like I said, we got some other stuff coming up too. So.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into that in due time. Hopefully next week won't be nearly as long. We keep saying that every week, but then we kind of go off on tangents. But hey, I'm glad I got it out. I feel a little better. I don't know about you guys, but
yeah.
Now that my blood pressure is thoroughly raised, I guess we'll get out of here tonight. But if you like this video, I guess to hit that like, hit subscribe, comment below. Are we crazy? There's probably plenty of you who think we are. But at the same time, I hope there's a lot of you out there who do feel the same way we do. So,
and once again, just like, share.
Yeah. Please help us out.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
That's all. Absolutely. That's all we ask. So appreciate it.
Right on. All right. Until our next video, guys. Take care. Hopefully you'll come back and see us next week after all this. We'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
I wanted to be somebody, with somebody who will believe in me so much. Can't go to places I want to go, spending money I want to blow. That's the life that I want to know.